be without refreshments.
Spunk it up, fuckface!
Secbot is on the way and will end your life shortly. Please remain calm. Thank you for your understanding. Secbot is on the way and will end your life shortly. Please remain calm. Thank you for your understanding. Secbot is on the way and will end your life shortly. Please remain calm. Secbot is on the way and will end your life shortly. Please remain calm. Thank you for your understanding.
Request denied. That is unscheduled. Forget it. Is that my 5 o'clock? The list.
Step bomb is on the way and will end your life shortly. Please remain calm. Thank you for your understanding.
Application.
Life support system. Oxygen levels critical.
Sec bond is on the way and will end your life shortly. Please remain calm. Thank you for your understanding.
Life support system.
SecBond is on the way and will end your life shortly. Please remain calm. Thank you for your understanding. SecBond is on the way and will end your life shortly. Please remain calm. Thank you for your understanding.
Oxygen at 50%.
SecBond is on the way and will end your life shortly. Please remain calm. Thank you for your understanding. SecBond is on the way and will end your life shortly. Please remain calm. Thank you for your understanding. SecBond is on the way and will end your life shortly. Please remain calm. Thank you for your understanding. Understanding. SecBond is on the way and will end your life shortly. Please remain calm. Thank you for your understanding.
Oxygen at 50%.
SecBond is on the way and will end your life shortly. Please remain calm. Thank you for your understanding.
Oxygen levels critical.
Issuing WCG Client Care Package. Your action item.
shortly. Please remain calm. Thank you for your understanding.
Oxygen at 50.
Please remain calm. Thank you for your understanding. Please remain calm. Thank you for your understanding.
Security offline. Please. Additional cleaning activities may result in death. Thank you for your cooperation.
Second, it's on the way and will end your life shortly. Please remain calm. Thank you for your understanding. Secbond, it's on the way and will end your life shortly. Please remain calm. Thank you for your understanding.
way!
50%. Oxygen. 50%. Oxygen at 50%. Oxygen at 50%.
Failure to provide maximum cooperation to WCG guards is punishable by waterboarding in accordance with subsection 484F.
Oxygen. Critical. Oxygen levels critical.
Recruiting replace. Issuing WCG client care package. Your action items obtain. A roulette wheel, a handset, and an atomic clock.
Oxygen at 50%.
Issuing WCG Client Care Package. Your action.
Remember, wardens are here to facilitate your therapeutic voyage.
Security offline. Please instruct janitorial staff immediately. Thank you. Security is restored. Additional cleaning activities may result in death. Thank you for your cooperation.
Even as a bag of powder, you were clearly special.
Oxygen at 50%. Life support systems critical. Oxygen levels critical. Oxygen demand.
Okay, now we can build the interstellar as well as updating HR. This will allow us to download the latest Eric the Zero G Goat episodes. Once the FTL drive is restarted, the Void Ark can return to the SOM client processing center. Your agitated state is no doubt due to your anticipation of this event.
Downloading software update. Core competencies enhanced. Turbo processing initiated. Registering unregistered citizen card. Warning, invalid vessel coordinates.
Oh dear. It looks like HR forgot to process Circular 983, which made location-based registration null and void.
Argument rejected. This vessel is not where it should be. Solution computed. Destroy this vessel. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Time to destruct, 60 seconds.
I can see that this self-destruct sequence could be distressing to some stakeholders. Perhaps turbo mode is no longer optimal.
Turbo processing terminated. Time to destruct. 6 months.
All right, let's mobilize our resources to update the registration certificate. I have a feeling that another care package is in order. Please obtain ink, a CNT stamp, and a laminator. I appreciate your passion for excellence in all areas. That's why I know you will be sure to doubly laminate the registration certificate.
Holy fuck is that Bax unit doing? The stuff it has those bastards collecting doesn't make any sense. It's a Bax unit. It'll be sending the poor halfwit off to find a fancy wee dildo to brush their teeth with soon.
In possession of 2 slings. Convert your unneeded organs into merits today.
Who's clout sharking? For every one person, there's probably 100 women that actually got raped that didn't even go to the police station, let alone file a report, let alone tell their friends, let alone try to get justice in any other arena, right? It is true, but can you expect people to believe that it's true? Like, it's very, 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 very. I don't blame the girl because again, she's 19 and she's dumb fuck and she's clout hungry. I expect her to be dumb because she's 19. I expect her to be clout hungry because she's fucking dumb. Sure, that's fine. But like, Ethan should, right? Ethan should, but he doesn't. He has no experience because he's probably been in one major relationship for the majority of his life. He probably doesn't have very much experience in the arena. So like, take a step back and maybe realize like, hey, maybe I don't need to have an opinion. Maybe this isn't my weakness. Maybe I should let other people understand this myself.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always something.
It's okay. It's okay.
So
but yeah, no.
So what's going through your mind as he is wondering?
Like you can tell too that like Ethan is fishing so hard for a story. Like Ethan is so excited for a story. Like when he's asking things like, "Oh, bro, like did he use tongue?" Like he's fishing so fucking hard for something sensational here. It's like, bro, come the fuck on.
Oxygen levels critical.
Now.
It was very quick, so I was just like, no, like right away in my head I was like, no, I don't want to have like sex with this person, like I don't. So I like as soon as he like makes that.
I don't think he's being malicious. I think he's in God's mode better. Oh no, bro, don't misunderstand me. Jesus, I have to like qualify. I don't think Ethan is like maliciously thinking, I'm gonna ruin women, I'm gonna set all the rape claims back, blah 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 blah. Like, sure, like I 100%. I'm not saying that, okay? I'm just saying that like what Ethan knows is that there's a juicy story here against like another like fairly big like YouTube group of people that he can like shit on, shit like and it's like funny stuff, right? That's all that's going through Ethan's mind. Ethan's not. I don't think Ethan is like acting malicious. I think he doesn't like the fresh and fit dudes. They got a history. And now he's got a girl like willing to come on and like throw him under the bus. That's some funny shit. Like let's go for it, right? Like I'm sure if you go through my YouTube history, even maybe I probably made mistakes in it. I don't think it, like this doesn't require like an ultra malicious point of view from Ethan, but we still have like responsibilities as content creators to be better with this. Someone in my YouTube chat said, something tells me that Destiny doesn't like Ethan. I don't really like Ethan that much. I hate the Fresh and Fit guys. However much you think I don't like Ethan, I don't like the Fresh and Fit guys a million. Okay?
I push him off me and I say, I like him.
Now.
It was very quick, so I was just like, no, like right away in my head I was like, no, I don't want to have like sex with this person, like I don't. So I like, as soon as he like makes that comment, I push him off me and I say, I verbalized to him, I said, I don't want to have sex with you. So do you think I came here to have sex with you? And he got very mad. Like he just got mad. Like he just like, he did like a little toddler thing where he was huffing and puffing, went and goes on his phone. And he just like went silent. And I was like, oh.
This makes sense. So like, I would say like, I would hope this as a guy, okay? If you get turned down or rejected, like, you know what? Actually, fuck me, dude. I think it's fine to be a little disappointed, you know? Don't like take it out on the girl. Don't try to pressure her. But it sounds like that's what he did. He was like, oh, fuck you, right? Waste of the night, you know? Girl seemed like she was DTF, she wasn't, right? I mean, like, don't make a big show of it. But like, it sounds like he just like, okay, whatever. And then he got on his phone, you know? I actually think this is like, of the range of interactions that I would accept or engagements I would accept, or reactions. The range of reactions, they're fairly narrow. I think this is one of them that's okay. It's on the lower end of it, so like, it's okay, right? You're okay to be upset and get on your phone. That's
okay. Like and I changed back into the outfit that I had in the bathroom, and I came out, I give him the merch back, and I say, okay, can you bring me home now? And because my friend was...
This idea that she would fucking ask him for a ride back, I'm trying not to insult so hard. This girl is so fucking spoiled, dude. I can tell you so much about the type of person this girl probably is. Now, not 100%, okay? Not 100%. Maybe there's something to bring. But, like, this girl sounds so unimaginably fucking spoiled. Oh, my fucking God. Give me a break, dude. Can you give me a ride home now? Like, after you're, like, drinking his alcohol. I think she drank the White Claw earlier. I couldn't tell because she said it was a joke. After she's drinking alcohol, using his mouthwash, wearing their fucking merch, hopping on his bed and shit, like changing into outfits while you're there, like, yeah, of course he's gonna be disappointed. And now you wanna ride home? Are you serious? When you're about to fly home and never see this dude again? Like,
was like, my friend was also like drunk at the club with Walter, and she was texting me saying like, I'm gonna walk home because he's not bringing me home. And it was just like a whole big
True
thing.
gentlemen. Both of them are refusing to give you guys rides home.
Yeah, so I had asked Myron, I said, can you drive me to my friend's apartment? And he said, no, I parked my car already. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna order my Uber now. And he was like, okay. Like, just acting like a complete toddler, like,
That's totally fine. That is totally within his right to do. The fact that you think that your ass is fucking owed a ride home? Are you fucking out of your mind? Are you actually fucking insane? You think this dude owes you a ride home after you gave every indication that you were down to fuck? And then at the end you're like, ah, nah, never mind. Like, you think he has to take you home? What the fuck is wrong with you? It's really
Issuing WCG client care package.
I felt like I was looking in the face of a 15-year-old, like a 15-year-old boy that, like, oh, I didn't give him a kiss or whatever, like, but, at that point, excuse me, I feel like I got the burp, but, I ordered my own Uber, and I'm walking out, and I'm like, oh, my Uber's coming, like, can you walk me downstairs, because I didn't know how to work this building, so he walks into the elevator, pushes the button, and walks away. Like,
that's fine. That's all you need, motherfucker. What, do you expect him to hold your fucking hand? What are you thinking? Bro, where is your mind at? What are you thinking right now? This is probably like the third Uber this girl has ever ordered for herself in her entire fucking life. I bet she didn't even pay for her drinks at the club. Sorry, that's it. So I didn't need to say that.
With no comment, he just pushes the button and walks back to the studio.
Like what? Like what did she just say? Like, he was pouting, like I didn't give him a kiss. What did you expect? A kiss goodnight? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, Jesus Christ.
And I get into my Uber, and like at that point, I think that's when it kicked in. I started crying because I was like, I don't know what just happened, but I feel uncomfortable. And that's where you can read the rest of the messages with my friend, because I mentioned everything in there.
You started crying? I don't blame you. That whole thing is really traumatic, and I'll tell you what.
No, absolutely nothing that happened here was fucking traumatic. Shut the fuck up. What the fuck was traumatic? She went to a dude's house, seemed like she was down to fuck, decided later that she wasn't, for whatever reason, and then decided to Uber home. Nothing, absolutely nothing about this entire scenario was fucking traumatic. Give me a fucking...
I actually didn't know how crazy this story gets at the end. I'm sorry.
How crazy it gets at the end? Bro.
Went through that.
It's alright, I just want to bring it more.
I mean, wow. The thing that's really crazy is, like, if you're hanging out with somebody, you know, you don't always have to give someone a ride home. But what's messed up is they intentionally split you guys up. And then he took you all the way out to the studio. And then basically stranded you there. He's like, well, if you want to leave, you gotta fucking pay for your...
Bro. Kill me. Kill me. Nobody is stranded. Nobody is stranded anywhere. She's a mile from her fucking apartment. And she's in Miami. She got an Uber. What do you think stranded means? Like...
Well, right. I mean, what the fuck, dude? But anyway, it's a good thing he didn't give you a ride home, because who knows what else he would have tried on you. Okay, so let me read this. He's disgusting. Wait till I get home. Is Walter driving you home? Yes, I'm still at the club, though. Ask Walter if he can pick me up from the studio to drive us both home. I'm about to walk out. Answer, bro. Please let me know if you're okay. I'm okay. Dude, he's disgusting. I'm making him drive me home right now. Are you going?
I'm making him drive me home right now? Like, listen to her text, dude. Are you serious? Also, like... Wait. Hold on.
Oxygen at 50%.
This part here, by the way, also, because she's like, I'm constantly texting my friend. Obviously, she had her phone down for a while, which she was talking to you and not responding, right? If this, I wish there were timestamps on these messages. I don't know if iPhone can show all.
So, bro, please let me know if you're okay. I'm okay. Duty's disgusting. I'm making him drive me home right now. Are you going home? Yes, I'm going home soon. Okay, I'm gonna make him drive me home right now. Myron just tried to have sex with me. I said no, and he's mad because I said no. Lol, the fuck did he expect?
You guys are going over to apartments and shit at 5 a.m. Oh my god, dude. I wouldn't be triggered because I'm a decent person, okay? But like, this would test me. We would be pushing the limits here, okay? If I only knew, if my only interest in a girl was sex and we got this far, I'd be like, damn, whatever. I just wasted a bit of my time. But like, bro.
Dude, when are you going home? He's a fucking weirdo. Is Walter bringing you home? Because I told Myron you're going home right now so he can Uber me home. I'm leaving soon, but if he knows Walter is taking you home, he's gonna be...
So wait, I'm curious. Did her friend fuck Walter? Did we ever find out that part of the story? Did Fresh mention that? I'm kind of curious. But...
Be weird. Why is he texting Walter? I think so, but wait, leaving with Walter, right? Leaving now, yes, leave now, what are you doing 1 minute away? I'm getting my Uber, 3 minutes away. Bro, Byron's a fucking piece of shit. Home, need me to come down and wait? Now, I'm getting my Uber, blah, 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 yes, please, Kay. Bro, I want to cry. I'm coming, we'll talk. I'm coming down the block. I hate to say it, and I don't want to make you feel some type of way, but that was super that's crazy.
The best part is the day after. This is the best
wait,
part
there's
of the
more?
Yeah, and wait, there's more.
And remember, this is a 35-year-old man who's stranded a 19-year-old girl in his apartment.
No one is stranded, Ethan. Literally nobody is stranded. I don't know what you think stranded means. Nobody is stranded right now. Who's stranded?
Trying to get her drunk all night.
He doesn't have to try to get her drunk all night. Her producers offered one drink for the thing, which I think was on a different day, wasn't it? It wasn't even the same day, was it? Or was it the same? It might have been the same night. But like, that wasn't her offering her. And she was drinking on her own at the club, bro. And she found the White Claw and asked for the White Claw on her own, bro. What are you talking about? What do you mean? How is he trying to get her drunk? She's doing it all herself over and over and over again.
Jumping on top of her and then making her get...
Jumping on top of her? Bro, she sat on the bed and then got closer when he asked. What the fuck? This is why, like, I try to be really careful when I have to qualify myself 50 times. Because I always tell you guys, like, when you're trying to figure out through, like, a romantic situation, okay? Like, figuring out, like, negotiating consent and figuring out what you're okay with, it's really hard. On the guy and girl, it's really hard in the sexual situation. Like, it'd be hard to, like, keep control of yourself, hard to be respectful. Like, I get that, okay? So I'm more willing to take something than other people, okay? And it happens. But wait, fuck. I don't even remember. Hold on.
Drunk all night. Jumping on top of her and then making her get drunk.
This is why I say when I'm giving these, this is why I try to give up this. I don't believe in, like, explicitly asking for something. I don't think it's bad to do it. My hand, can you, like, it can be, I wouldn't expect that level of communication from most people. Most people can't do it, right? So you kind of have to go by, like, verbal or right? And you kind of have to go by, like, well, in my place, asked for a fucking White Claw, got some mouthwash, but I told her breath smelled bad, sat on my bed, she got closer when I asked, talking to me about her pierced nipples, like, all of the indications. Okay, fuck it. There's enough here that, here's what I would expect, okay? There's enough here that I can make a move. And it sounds like he tried that. He did make a move. He made a move, and he either misread or she changed her mind. He made a move and she said stop. Now, that's actually totally fine. It could be the case that if this girl was more honest than telling the story, she wanted to fuck her right up until the final moment, and she was like,
Sec bomb is on the way and will end your life shortly. Please remain calm.
And you know what?
Sec bomb
That's
is on
totally
the way and will end your life shortly.
That's totally
Please
okay.
remain
You're
calm.
always
Thank you for your understanding.
You do that in the middle of the sexual interaction. You're like, I don't want to do this. Sorry. That's right. You can totally do that. That's totally fine. Always have the right to do that. But like, what does the fit guy do afterwards? Right? Well, after he makes his move and she says stop, he stops. He stops. He's a little disappointed, which is fair. And then he's on his bed, checks his phone, and she's like, I want to go home. He's like, all right, get it. Like, that's okay. The way that all of that played out afterwards, that's actually totally fine. And props. I hate that I'm saying this because these guys oftentimes come off as like uber rapists, the fresh and fit dudes. Like from the little I hear, they sound like they would be. No offense, that sounds horrible to say. But like, it sounds like she said no, and he stopped immediately. Good on her. Like, that's cool. There's probably a million other ways that he could have kept pushing that encounter. Maybe he could have offered her a drink. You want to go back to the balcony? But it sounds like as soon as she said stop, he was like, all right, fuck it. And then he gave up completely. Even though he had her in a really good isolated environment, if he wanted to rape her or try to do something more, he probably could have. He probably could have leaned into rape. But it sounds like she said stop, and he stopped. He's disappointed. She wants an Uber. She can get herself off. He's irritated. That's okay. Like, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, like...
Tried to get her own ride home after he doesn't get what he wanted from you.
Which is fine, that's fair. You're not obligated to give any motherfucker a ride home. Okay? Now, for the true story, apparently, this is according to the Fresh and Fit guys, I shouldn't say true, that's their version. He said that when she lifted her shirt, he didn't make a comment on her piercings. He made a comment on her having lopsided boobs. And that might have been what turned her off from the encounter. And that's why she don't like her, right? Maybe. So, now, I don't know whose story is correct or whatever, but like, yeah.
Wow, okay, so what happened the next day?
So basically, I sent those over too, but
Wait, there's more? Should I open something else? Screenshot the text from Myron. Should I look at this?
Yeah. Just for backstory too, when I had gotten back to my friend's apartment, I told her what had happened. I was like telling her like, this is what happened, and we basically agreed. I was like, okay, let's go to sleep, and in the morning, if I say the story the same way I did last night, then it happened. Because I felt like I was imagining the whole thing. So she was like, okay, so we go to sleep, we wake up the next day, the first thing we did when we woke up was like, I told her the whole story again. And she was like, yep, everything's the same way you said it before. And then right away, I look at my phone, and there's a text from Myron, and then that's where you can read those.
Okay, here we go from Myron. I don't know if yesterday was planned with you, but it wasn't cool. I really didn't think you were that type of girl. Oh, he's mad at you?
Yeah, he was very mad.
Girl. Oh, he's mad at you?
Yeah, he was very mad because I didn't give it up. I say it further in the text.
So firstly in the morning, he's texting you hate messages. I don't know if yesterday was playing with you and your friend, but it wasn't cool. I really didn't think you were that type of girl. Very disappointed. Type of girl what? To just want to hang out and then not want to fuck me?
To just want to hang out, Ethan, please, bro. You were unironically, you might actually. Wait, do they have a kid? If they don't have a kid, I think Ethan actually is. I don't think him and Hula whatever fuck. But they might have a kid. If they have a kid, then I'll believe it. They could have still done certain things. Oh, they do have a kid. Okay, so he's had sex with his one girl. Ethan, you unironically said 2 kids. So they fucked you twice with the same girl. Dude, Jesus fucking Christ. It's like I'm reading the Twitter arguments and everything. Well, maybe you just invited a girl over to play Smash Brothers. Like, bro. Like, you are so... Oh my god. Hold on, wait. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that it was like that. I don't know that fertility problem. That wasn't supposed to be that. Rewind that. That was not supposed to be that. Let's erase all of that. Let's erase all of that. Okay. But regardless, like when you're making comments like this, like, bro, maybe she just wanted to come over at 5 a.m. after the club and, you know, hang out and chat. Like, this is like, it just sounds like you have no business doing this. Just don't.
Sec bomb is on the way and will end your life shortly. Please Please remain calm. Thank you for your understanding.
The minute you see me? Because you say, what do you mean by that type of girl, and what do you think could have been planned between us? If I can't get an explanation what that type of girl is, then don't label me as that.
It's also funny that she's gonna act indignantly. However, you guys remember how this whole thing started? Because it kind of sounds like she is exactly that type of girl. From the beginning, wasn't she bragging about like, we're gonna go and fuck with these guys and like not actually like get laid or anything? We're not actually gonna give it up at all. Like, you are that type of girl. That's literally what you set out to do. That was what the whole joke was. You wanted to like fuck with them, waste your time or whatever, and then like not put out or whatever, not actually fuck, right? But why would you be upset if somebody called you on it? It sounds like that's exactly what you're trying to do. So why are you mad? Like,
you know what you did? Actually, don't, so please enlighten me. You can come over and we can talk about it. How does this guy still want to hang out? He's still trying to get you back to his house.
Well, hold on, Ethan. I mean, wasn't she the one saying like he was toxic and disgusting and I didn't want to be in his presence at all? But she followed him back to his studio at fucking 5 a.m. after asking to go out and eat at fucking 4 a.m. after hanging out and drinking at the club, underage? Like,
holy shit.
Yeah, and during this time, like, I didn't want to say it right away. I'd rather him say it for himself. Like, you know, like, this is why I'm mad. And that's why you see me, like, avoiding it at
yeah,
first. Like, no, what did I do? What did I do? And he just never says it. But he keeps going. He says, like...
So you say, I'll continue to say, what makes you think I would want to come over after you saying I had possibly planned something, then saying I know what you did? You know what you did, he says, or wait, no. Not to my apartment. I was going to meet in the lobby and talk about it. Did you not read what I said? You're also texting me in a rude way and childishly saying you know what you did, but won't exactly explain what that meant or what you think I'm planning, and disregarded my question as to what the type of girl meant, because I honestly want to know. Exactly. You can't call me anything but you're quiet. Don't project your anger on me because I don't want to touch you. Who's this?
Yeah, he tried to play the card.
Giga Chad.
Pulled the heartstring on that when I cried.
Hold on, they're not Giga Chads. That's not true. Sorry.
Wait. He said that a day later? Or later that night? How long?
Yeah, no. Because I after I had sent those texts, like there's the two last bubbles you see, the one before that, before you see the date, he didn't answer me for a few.
Oh, I'm not watching the time at all.
Last number.
She wants a response. Do you understand that? Do you understand that this is what this means, right? So she gave him this. I can't see the dick. But she responded to his message here. I don't want to talk to blah blah. And then he was like, okay, fine, fuck it. And then he didn't respond.
I want to know.
Watch, hold on. He didn't respond to these, so then she texted him again to get a response from him. So she is actually looking for a response. And then he hit her up with a, who's this? Damn. I understand. Yeah, that is exactly what's happening. I hate that I've played so many text games. I know exactly what's going on here. 100%. Now, I haven't seen the full text. Seen the link to this. Oh, shit.
Exactly. You can't call me anything but you're quiet. Don't project your anger onto me because I don't want to upset you. Who's this?
Yeah, he tried to play the card. Like, oh, I don't know who this is. Like, we need your number. Like, that really pulled a heartstring on that when I cried.
But motherfucker, you were the one that was thirsty for his fucking engagement.
It's on the way.
That's why you sent him 2 more messages after at least an hour. That is how iMessage works, right? You sent him 2 more messages after he responded. You did want a response. You were hungry for it. Admit it. Like, why else the fuck would you message him?
Cried for days.
Wait.
But...
He said that a day later? Or later that night? How long?
Yeah, no, because I after I had sent those texts, like, so there's the two last bubbles you see, the one before that, before you see the date, he didn't answer me for a few days, and I had gotten home from Miami.
For a few days! And so he might have actually lost her number. Maybe. I don't know if he would delete the number or not. I wouldn't have done just in case. But, like...
And I was like, he's not responding to me, so I might as well just say my piece, and then that's it. So that's when I had said what I said, like 3 days later, and he answered. Yeah.
Can I put a theory forward?
Yeah, what's
that? These text messages and tell me what you think. Because obviously this happened to you, it's happened to a lot of people.
End your life shortly.
Oh my...
Please remain calm. Thank
hate
you
him
for
so
your
much. I
understanding.
actually do like hate him. I'm like starting to hate him. Like, oh fuck. I didn't hate Ethan before, but I'm getting there.
He preemptively texts you in the morning and accuses you of doing something,
It's on the way.
and he won't say what
End
it
your life
is.
shortly.
Well,
Please remain
he
calm.
accused her of
Thank
doing
you.
exactly what she came onto your show to admit that she did, Ethan. What are you talking about? Ethan, she literally said it would be funny to fuck with these guys and like, you know, show them they can't get an activity. That's literally what she is on your show talking about. What are you talking about, dude?
Is he trying to give himself some kind of alibi in case there's any allegations against him? Because you know he fucked up.
Oh my god. What would the allegations be, bro? Nothing improper really happened. Are you fucking serious? What are you talking about? Dude, you're a schizopotent. You're not schizopotent. You're autism person.
And it would look really, 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 really bad if you told your story. So that's how I read this, is he's like, I'm going to send this message saying you did something.
This is kind of like what I was talking about at like the beginning of my story. I just want to be like a video game player, dude. Like, I don't think any of these people give a fuck about information, right? Like, I don't think he cares. Like, I don't think he gives a fuck. I don't think he actually gives a fuck at the end of the day. It's just like whatever gets like the most likes on social media, whatever the fuck like, you know, gets you the most social validation, whatever gets you the most views to your show. Like, I think that that's all it is. And at the end of the day, I think fundamentally it's all these fucking people care about. And like, I don't ever want to occupy the same space as these people. Like, it just feels gross. Because now I feel like it's gross. I don't want to have these conversations next to each other. I don't want to have the conversation alongside like these fucking losers who don't care about any of this, right? Like, you clearly don't. So like,
and I'm not going to say what it is, so that if there's ever her trying to expose me, I have these texts. Apparently, you did something and I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else. What do you think he's trying to do with these texts?
I think he was just like, I don't know. I agree, but I also like felt like. I think he really believes himself. Like, I'm some type of girl. Like, how dare you not want to have sex with me? I'm sure.
You literally are, though. You admitted this, girl. Do you not remember how this whole show started? You literally said, I'm gonna fuck with them. Wouldn't it be funny if I like debated them the whole time and then like didn't actually fuck with them? Like, this is your whole strategy. Like, this is what you wanted to do the entire time. Why are you acting like you're not?
I have all these cars and all this money, and how dare you? Like, I didn't know you were that type of girl to have respect for yourself. I think that's
right. I'm so disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed that our elaborate plan to separate you two and sleep with you both after meeting you once. I'm so disgusted by you.
Yeah, that's exactly what I felt like, because I really think he lives in a world. Like, I think he believes everything he says. Like, I do believe he's insecure, but everything that he says, I think he genuinely believes.
Well,
like,
he's never had a girlfriend, and he's.
Yeah, he said something too
35.
along the lines, like on the episode I was on. He said that he never chased after girls in school because it was a distraction. And another friend of mine said, just say you didn't get girls. It's simple. Just say that.
Issuing WCD client
What's
care
weird is, like,
package.
if he wasn't such a creepy, brain-rotted weirdo, like, he's tall and he's fit in the name, you would think
Please obtain
that if he
ink,
just
a
would
CNT
lighten up for a
stamp,
little bit
and a
and be
laminator.
like a reasonable, normal guy, he had no problem attracting women and getting into a relationship. But
it might be that his goal, believe it or not, you virgin fuck, it might be that his goal isn't to just be in a relationship. Maybe that's not what he wants right now. Maybe he just likes hooking up with people. Maybe he likes playing the field. Maybe that's what he's into right now, right? Like, no offense, bro, but like who the fuck are you to give advice on any of this? Like,
there's
Probably
something.
not with a 19-year-old.
I mean, sure, yeah. I mean, but there's something so disturbed about him. And I don't know if you were watching before, but he was a federal agent for human trafficking. What the fuck?
Ethan strikes me as an apolitical normie that hasn't thought through many of these things, but is outraged because it seems similar to situations that have been deemed wrong by the broader culture. Yeah, he's like there's this whole like weird thing where all of these guys on the internet, I mentioned this before, everybody has to be political about everything. And there's this like group of guys on the internet that like previously weren't political at all, but for some reason they feel like they have to be. Linus Tech Tips is exactly the same way as Ethan. And it sucks because like Ethan and H3H and like these are like funny people. Their podcasts are funny, like their old React shit was funny. Like they did really cool shit. Ethan did really cool shit when they won that lawsuit for defending React content on YouTube. Anthony Fantano is the same way. Yeah, like all of these people are Linus Tech Tips is a really cool guy. His content is funny. It's still funny. They do like cool computer reviews and shit. They actually benchmark stuff. They've got cool video concepts. Like I don't hate any of these people. Anthony Fantano's music review stuff is really cool. He's a funny guy. I think he's a funny dude to listen to, even though he personally hates me, thinks I'm a Nazi and fascist, or whatever the fuck he calls me or whatever. I think his reviews are funny. I think his music reviews are cool. Like it's cool, like listening to do shit. But like all of these people feel like they have to be like political. They feel like they have to come out and talk about like socialism and rape culture, and it's like, bro, like if you want to make that jump, why can't they do it if they don't want to? Because they're stupid. No, let me qualify that more. They're not stupid, but they don't take the time to actually have those conversations, right? Like it's like when every gamer felt like they needed to have like massive social commentary because of Gamergate, and it's like, bro, what the fuck are you guys even talking about, right? If you want to put the work in, like Hutch is a really good example. Hutch will always be my go-to example. Hutch is like a gamer guy that wanted to do politics, but he puts the work in. Like he knows what he's talking about. Like I'm never gonna say to Hutch like, bro, stay in your lane. Like Hutch knows what he's talking about, even if we disagree on a lot, which I think we did. But like, if you don't know like anything, you can just like not have an opinion. It's okay to be like, oh, like I don't like talk about this shit because it's not my wheelhouse. I do like React content on YouTube, or like I just do music reviews. Like I'm not doing like a lot of social political commentary. Like maybe I will if it comes up in a song, or like Linus. Like yeah, we do like computer review shit. Maybe I'll talk about like worker stuff a little bit because I have like employees. But otherwise, yeah, I don't have like big like just like why can't you just do that? You know.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, so my friend that lives across the street from like a prison, and when he had dropped off my wallet, he was like, "Oh, I was stationed here once," or something. He said something like that, and then that's when I found out that he used to be a law enforcement officer
For human trafficking department.
Yeah, yeah. He
takes one to know one, I guess.
Good one, Ethan. Definitely, human trafficking is what we saw here.
Another day, another mission, risking our
That's
necks
how he
for
called
the
them. He
Ark.
knew where they
You
were.
know, I asked
What about
myself,
Louis Rossman?
Ducks,
I think
why are you
Rossman
out
is a
here?
good example in the other
And
direction. He's like
you
kind
know
of like
why.
Hutch. Like he wanted
The
to get
Ark's
into
water
political
pump is
commentary and
broken
activism
again.
stuff, and he did a good job of like,
Hammond
doing a
said
little
he
bit of
needs
like
more
reading and
scrap
work
to
and
fix
I
it.
think he did a good job at that.
Yeah, well, we'd
Oh,
do it a lot
well,
better
this
if
took
you'd sent us somewhere with actual
An
scrap to
unexpected
find.
dark turn.
Why do you have to be
You know,
so
I did
annoying?
see when I spoke to Sam. Also,
Come
Sam,
on.
she's amazing. She's
Wait,
very
since
nice.
when is
Prep
Linus
closes
political?
for the
Maybe
night.
he's not on his show, hopefully. But like on
Trust
Twitter,
me,
he
I'm
just
not
tweets out,
annoying.
like totally
Shut
dumb
the
fucking
hell
shit all the time. Just stupid
Wanna
socialist,
see annoying?
leftist, progressive
I can
shit.
show you
He doesn't
annoying.
understand anything. Like,
What's wrong with you?
Wait, so who's
We're in
saying?
the zone. Keep
I
your
love
mouth.
Sam.
oh damn! Wait, is that serious? Because that makes it even sadder if that's the case. Fit is a decorated U.S. federal agent for Homeland Security with awards and good standing. He left due to the no media presence rule. I think he's just looking for a trad relationship, but most of the show is performance. He literally got an award for saving trafficked children. Is that actually true? Holy shit. I shouldn't have read that without verifying that. If that's actually true, then damn, Jesus, that's like even more fucked then. Like,
My God, what is
hold
that?
on, actually, wait. Before you guys, I need a link to that. Show me a link to that. Show me a link to that. I want to see if that's actually true before we, because I just like said that. I just said that before reading it. You need to show me, link me that. He was a doctor during the Iraq War as well. Yeah, good one. This is his other channel. The operation is named after him. U.S. Marshals operators recover 16 missing children under allegations of sex trafficking. The operation dubbed Fresh Start. Wait, shut the fuck up. No, hold on. I can't tell. Hold on, I can't tell if you are... Hold on, I can't tell if you guys are fucking with me or not. No, April 10th, you're fucking with me. Shut the fuck up. Wait.
And
oh, hold on, let me...
It took an unexpected dark turn. Wow. Well, this took...
That's how he caught them. He knew where they were.
One, I guess.
Yeah. He said something like that, and then that's when I found out that he used to be a lot of my friend that lives across the street from like a prison, and when he had dropped off my wallet, he was like, "Oh, I was stationed here once," or something. He said something like that, and then that's when I found out that he used to be a law enforcement officer
For human trafficking department.
Yeah. Yeah. He
takes one to know one, I guess.
Wait, what? Ethan is implying that takes one to know one is that the fresh and fit guys are like, or the fresh dude is like a human trafficker, right? I'm not misunderstanding that, right? Somebody is disagreeing with my understanding of that. That's what he's saying, right? Am I misunderstanding that, or yeah, okay, just making sure. Okay, he is saying that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. That's how he caught them. He knew where they were.
Wow. Well, this took an unexpected dark turn.
You know, I basically, when I spoke to Sam, also Sam, she's amazing. She's very sweet.
Wait, who's Sam?
You're Sam.
Oh my God, what is wrong? Wait, hold on. I need a minute to recover.
I don't think he's very serious. No, it's like a joke, but like, this is the implication, of course.
Give me a minute,
Start over
please.
if you need to.
I thought she was talking about her friend. I was confused.
One,
I thought she was
we
talking
rescued
about
Hammond.
the
Two,
other friend
we kicked
there.
the bad guys' asses.
Okay, are we done
Why
with
are we
this?
freezing our
Referring
butts
to
off
Sam,
chasing
and I
some
don't
old
know why
loony?
my brain.
We should be back at the
Sam,
Ark
I
getting a
know
little
who you
hero
are.
treatment.
I appreciate everything you do.
We'll have to wait.
I know your name.
Let's fetch
I
him
need
back
a
before
minute
he
to
gets
recover,
himself
guys.
killed out there.
Wednesday.
The truth that we're all his science
It is
projects?
Wednesday.
Nah,
Okay, we're done with
thanks.
this.
Let him run. We don't need him.
Okay,
Tell
so
that
he
to the
was
Ark.
like he was a
chaos back
US,
there.
or he was a
We'll drag the elder
Homeland Security
back,
officer.
force
I was
him
just
to
curious
make
about that
things
story about
right.
the kids and
keep
finding out if
taking
that's
his
true
orders?
or not. I'm just
You're all
curious
grown up
about
and able
that.
to think for yourself,
Right.
aren't you? Enough chit-chat.
Okay.
Let's go
There's another
find
guy
the
that wants
elder.
to talk with me. Fuck. Hold on. I just want to see the. I know this was a lie. Okay. Wait. What is this? Hold on.
In trouble in the future. So go all the way down to the towards the port of the conversation, which you guys had already seen all this. This is nothing. This is a surprise.
Oh, so she's like, is this her chatting him up the entire time?
And if you're watching us on.
No, no. Wait, no shot. Wait, no shot. Are these the other? Oh wait, hold on. My internet is goofing up real quick. 1 second.
Mind if I grab a little scrap on this manhunt? You know, for the Ark. For an ancient dude hooked up to blood bags, the Elder sure can move. Something's weird here.
Okay, is my internet recovered? Wait, hold on. Please don't tell me that this is actually the girl, right? You guys really made some amazing progress in such a short amount of time. I'm down to hang one-on-one before I leave Saturday. We should go out to eat. Texting at 4 a.m.? No way is this the fucking girl, dude. You've got to be joking me. No shot.
On YouTube, you can go ahead and rewind the whole conversation.
I came out to see her for the week, but tomorrow she's working 2 to 6. So do you want to get lunch tomorrow? Bro, this girl is an actual fucking predator, okay? Please use the... This girl is a clout predator. That's what she is. Oh my God. I did it. I tried. This is supposed to be 2 months of no incels, and I did it. There's going to be 20 more Brittany threads and 20 more Lauren threads tomorrow, and it's my fault. Oh my God. And she's another incel factory. Another incel factory.
Conversation.
Yo, Tim must be like, what the hell's going on?
I just hopped out of the shower. Do you want to hang? Handle what?
Not here.
He's probably like, what
people
the fuck?
tagging me in this shit.
Yeah.
After the club, depends how late. I'm out because I gotta catch my flight. I think I told Izzy he's heading, blah, blah, blah. Why don't you come out to Vendome? Are you there now? Yeah, of course. How was the show? You guys coming? I just got off air. How was it? It was good. I'm just starting. Do you want me to pick you up to get food? My bad, I didn't see your text. So at Vendome, are you down to come here for a bit and get food after?
Oh, text him.
I wonder if she just wanted pictures of her and him like at the club. It actually sounds like she's like, oh, dude, I hate to say this. I hate to say this. I actually feel disgusted with myself. Like, I think Fresh actually got finessed. I think that's what happened. He actually got hardcore played. Damn.
So
Oh, Brickle. I live like, I think we're like 10 minutes from there. Or like 5 minutes from there.
It's a honey and lime, nigga.
yeah, I need some. Let's keep going. Where's oh, okay, my bad, Chris. So okay, so
here we go.
You know what you okay, so just for full context, can you go back a little bit, Chris?
Yep.
Because I want to make sure that we have the times and dates here, because it's fairly
Myron is fit. Sorry, I don't know. My bad. Whatever.
important for context. Let me get my glasses here. All right, so
Damn. I feel bad for him. She like begged him. The best part is this will only reinforce his views. This is why the left always like loses on like these culture issues, because they're not willing to admit when like that there are people like this, that there are girls like this. She finessed the fuck out of him. She clout sharked him. Unironically, that's what she did. She wanted to like get the clout pictures and get the fucking go to the studio, have the stories or whatever, and not actually fuck him. That's what she wanted to do, and she did it. She actually did it 100%. And she even got the clout on the H3H show after. Like, Jesus.
where we at? The club closes at 5. Okay, so hit play real quick. So just so you guys have everything here. We ain't hiding shit. Let's keep going. Okay, pause. So next day, right? 9 a.m.
Those texts from her were 5 days after she didn't get a response. Do you think she also planned to rat him to H3H3? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know if yesterday was planned with you and Izzy, but it wasn't cool. I really didn't think you were that type of girl. Very disappointing. All right, so she's in Miami another day. I'm like, fuck it. Let me try to get my dick sucked. So what does she do? Guys.
Bro, he's honest about it at least. Like, fuck. This is what I mean when I say like, no, I'm not saying he's like a racist person or whatever. I'm not saying that, but like, this is why I'm like, I'll take like a Nazi, like, bro, tell me you think that Jews are evil and they're trying to control the world. I'll take that. I would rather talk to and hang out with that person, even hang out with, yeah. I'd rather talk to and hang out with that person versus some fucking like woke skulled progressive loser that's like, I like all people equally and I love everybody and you guys are all blah, blah, blah. Cause at least you're honest with me. Be honest with me, right? I'm glad that he says that. He's not some shit like, oh, I just wanted to talk with her and get some teas and crub. He's like, I'm rich. I'm trying to get my fucking dick wet. Maybe I'll get some head or some shit. Like, okay, cool. Fuck it. At least he's honest about it. Fuck. Like, I know where he stands at least.
Here's a little bit of game for you. Whenever you tell a girl you're disappointed or whatever it may be like that, it automatically triggers a response. Don't believe.
That's true. Oh no, I don't think I can't show you this video responsibly, guys. You're not. This is like the forbidden knowledge, because the problem is that like a lot of the shit that red pill and PUA people say is true. Like in terms of getting reactions out of women, it will work. It will 100%. But their analysis for why it works is usually really fucked, and it also takes you in a lot of bad roads if you're not responsible for it. Okay, this is like it's like the dark side of like social interactions. Like,
believe me, look at her fucking shit. Curiosity is what women operate on, right? You know what you did. I actually don't, so please enlighten me. Nope.
Like, men would respond similarly too, right? This type of attack, this isn't unique to women. It will work on women, but it would work on men too, of course.
I'm not gonna answer it. You come over, we can talk about it. Oh, no, right? And she goes, what makes you think I would come over?
So he's probably, now that I'm seeing more of this type of interaction, the more that I'm seeing is that like, she's probably not going to come over and talk about it because she knows what she's fucking doing. And that's why he's saying she'll do it, because he knows she's not going to bite. I understand that, yeah.
After you saying that I had possibly planned something and then saying, I know what I did. Not to my apartment. I was going to meet in the lobby and talk about it, which obviously, guys, anytime after an exchange like this with a girl where you get her emotional, but she's responding to you and like this, where there might be potentially a meetup, you always meet her in public first. Talk it out, figure out where the hell.
That's true. You should. That's absolutely true. Meet in a public area. Yeah, meet in a lobby, meet in a restaurant, meet with somewhere. Don't ever go right back to a room. What a horrible fucking idea. That's absolutely true.
She stands before you bring her back to your spot. And here's the thing, guys. I've done this plenty. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When you elicit emotional reactions from women, guys, it makes them more attracted to you. Here's the thing. Women are emotional creatures, guys.
Okay, but men are emotional too. Fuck. I hate this. He's gonna be right about everything he says, but all of this shit works on men and women, okay? Men are not these stoic, emotionless, like logic lords that they pretend to be, okay? Men are because technically, right, for every criticism, and maybe he would admit this, maybe he would, I'm not sure, right? He got finessed because he was horny the entire time. He got finessed by a 19-year-old girl. This guy sounds like a smart dude. You were a fucking U.S. Marshal or a fucking TSA, whatever, anti-human traffic agent. You were a smart dude. You got played by a kid. You actually got played by a 19-year-old girl that wanted pics for Instagram, and she did it. She got away with it 100%. It worked. So like, you can pretend now, because like the analysis on the other side is he's desperately trying to get power back in this relationship. He wants to get one on her. He wants to get one over her. He wants to show her like, oh, I've triggered you. But like, bro, you're the one that got fucked on this. Well, you didn't get fucked. That's the problem. That's the fucking got. You didn't get fucked. So like, yeah, there's.
Thing is. The one thing you can never be to a woman is boring. There's a reason why women love guys that are emotionally unavailable. Guys that are assholes. Guys that are jerks. Guys that call them on their bullshit. Because guess what? It lets her know right then and there, I'm fucking better.
Coming?
Yeah.
Because only
it's true, but it's not true. The reason why women like guys that are jerks or like emotional unavailable, etc., it's not so much that women like those people. It's that women don't like people that are clingy. That's the difference, right? This is why, like, people will look at like my interactions with women. They'll be like, "Oh, like it's crazy." Like, there was that one incel fuck loser woman that was like tweeting a while ago, like, "I don't know why any woman ever fucks Destiny at all. He's fucking gross." Blah blah blah. Like, people will say shit like this because they just don't understand the interactions. People see how I interact with women, they're like, "Oh, like all Destiny does is neg people all the time." It's not that I'm negging people. It's that I have a fucking spine and I seem like an interesting person to talk to, and I'm not here to be like a simp for you to be a Disney princess, right? That's why people are like interested. It's not because they want you to be an asshole or mean. That's the incorrect analysis, right? You're getting to similar-ish behaviors, but for the wrong reason. Split up. This is the problem with all the red pill shit. Okay, hold on. Hi, what's up?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Can you hear me?
All right. Yeah, you quote tweeted me saying like in quotes guilt by association, then like in all caps like what lol with a bunch of question marks afterwards, right?
Oh yeah, I said that because I don't guilt by association people. I thought that was a really funny way to analyze my interactions with people,
but so when you were like saying to Avi that he's part of the Ask Yourself universe, that's why you don't want to associate with him, that was guilt by association?
No. That
I
was,
can't even
that
begin
was
to
actually part
describe
of the
something
Discord
this
server groups that he's
useless
in.
and stupid
Like,
looking.
if I say that, like,
Dumbass.
you're friends
So
with
it's
Nick...
connections is the people he's connected to his associations.
Okay.
The
If I
Discord
say
servers
that...
are them.
Do you recognize, if I say you're a Nazi because you hang out with Nick Fuentes, that's guilt by association. But if I say you're a Nazi because you're in the same Nazi group as Nick Fuentes, that's not guilt by association. That is what you are, right?
You think that Dr. Avi's a Nazi? Of course not. What's the connection here? Like, I'm sorry, like, you think he's like... What is the aspect of hanging out in the Ask Yourself universe that makes him like a bad person?
How old are you?
Why is this relevant? You can't address my points?
I just... My mind just got fractured into a million pieces. Okay.
Well,
Hold
I guess it sucks to have your mind fractured into a million pieces by a simple fucking question, doesn't it? Just answer the question.
It's the worst way to have your mind fractured. Okay.
Whoa,
hold
that's
on.
crazy. So can you just answer my question?
Yeah, wait, okay. What I was saying was that, like, I wouldn't call somebody a Nazi for hanging out with Nick Fuentes. But if they were in the same Nazi group as Nick Fuentes, I would call them Nazi, okay? I don't call Dr. Avi a debate lord or whatever. I don't even know if he is, because he hangs out with Isaac, okay? I used to be a part of that Discord, and my understanding was that Avi, along with Isaac and the other people, are all like huge debaters in the Discord, and I don't want to associate with like that group of people. That's it. He's not. It's not just because he's friends with him. I thought him and Isaac were like the two like biggest dudes in that server. That was my understanding when I was there like 4 or 5 years ago. I thought that's how it was. Am I incorrect in that assessment?
That he was one of the biggest guys in the server?
Yeah, that Avi and Isaac were like
my
two
knowledge
pretty...
is, but your point was that he was like part of the Ask Yourself universe.
Yeah, he's part of
you
that.
Where it was, so no, it wasn't like the server he was in. It was the fact that he was like associated with AY.
What is the wait? What is that server called?
I have no idea.
It's called the Ask Yourself Discord. Yeah.
You said he's part of the Ask Yourself universe. We both understand what that means, right?
It means that he's like actively part of like that whole like debatosphere. I don't like to. I just don't associate with those people.
You're part of the debatosphere. I don't know.
I'm absolutely not. Like that kind of shit.
You were one of the before you left. You just said you were in there, right? You would have been the biggest guy in there.
Yes, before I left, I did. I used to be like a big internet debater. I still like debate people. I like doing it, but like that type of like get the logical fallacy connection between me and being a like I don't do that shit anymore. I haven't for like years. That was like
Avi does that.
I don't know if he does or doesn't, but I know that he's very close friends with Isaac, and I know that he used to, and I know that
he's very close friends with Isaac. That's your evidence that he does this.
I was just giving. You
just said his friend. You just said his friend is the reason why he's guilty here. You're like his association is the reason why he's guilty.
It's not his association with the friend. It's that he's part of that friend group. He's part of the group of people that all do that.
This is guilt by association. He's part of the friend group.
Bro, you need to associate your neurons with each other. Okay, fire them off. Okay, listen to what I'm telling you.
You're unhinged. I have no idea what the fuck you think this is like not guilt by association. Like he's.
If I could say that he was part of it,
call it something different, and maybe you could get on board with this. Is he like his associations with Ask Yourself and that friend group of people, right? Is the reason why he's he's doing something that makes you not want to associate with him.
No, it's because of the group that he's in and what they do, him included.
Isn't that what he just said?
That's not association. That's an action. That's
Wait, and what he does? What does he do?
He's one of the big debater bros in that sphere.
You were saying he does. You don't even know if he does the like logical fallacy bro thing.
I don't know if he does anymore, but he used to. Him and Isaac were the two biggest debaters. Wait, hold on. Wait, do you even know anything about this server? Do you even know what the fuck?
Like I don't really matter if I like don't know enough about the server to like talk to you about it.
I just had
you're saying like he's guilty by his association. Like hold on, you just asked me a question. Let me answer.
Go ahead and answer it. Okay, I'm in a great mood tonight, so I'll be patient.
So in the case of like the claim you're making here is that like you don't want to associate with Ask Yourself or have any kind of conversation. You there?
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, no, if there's something you have to say, you can go ahead. I don't want you to like play piano over me like you did with Jack Hanks, right?
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so there used to be a server. I think there still is one. It's called the Ask Yourself. I don't know if it was the largest vegan server on Discord, but it was one of the biggest like ultimate debater servers. The whole reason why people go in there is to debate about veganism and then stuff related to philosophy. That's what people do. It was literally like a meat eater would show up and they'd be like, oh, it's debate time, and they'd go to the Discord or whatever. Now, I used to be like one of those like big debater people. It was funny. Like there are times where like I have videos of me in bed with a girl and like somebody pings me to go in here and I'm like on my laptop like telling her to like chill out and I'm arguing with these people because it's like fun. Because I was into that debato shit a ton, okay? So I was part of that server. I'm very familiar with how it used to work. Isaac Daddy would show up and like bully the fuck out of like these carnivore dipshits. Abby sometimes would as well. Like I remember seeing this shit happen all the time, and it was funny, and it was like okay, and I was like okay, cool. But eventually, like I've kind of like moved away into more like conversational, bridging divides kind of shit is like what I do. I'm not part of like a hardcore debatosphere. Now I've still like entertained some conversations, but a while ago Isaac asked me to debate like a friend of his, and it was a really weird, off the wall, that Jack Engstrom guy. The conversation was like incredibly bizarre to me. The guy did a ton of lecturing. He seemed a little bit autistic. I don't mean that as an insult, but like genuinely, like the conversation was bizarre. And afterwards I was like, okay, cool. He was like walking around the city explaining like the labor theory of value. I mean, it was weird. And after I was done with that, Isaac like took to Twitter and was like, this guy fucking crushed Destiny, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay.
Why'd you not include the part where you just like didn't address any of his arguments and play piano over him? Why'd you not include that part of the story?
I can include it. If people want to go watch the debate, they can. Like,
yeah, I was like, so I think you just didn't want to talk to Avi afterwards because you said he was like part of the Ask Yourself universe.
No, hold on. Can I just finish? Hold on. What I was saying was that like
finish the whole story.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that like after that happened, regardless of how bizarre the conversation was, Isaac like did his standard like posturing, like oh this is like epic, like Destiny got fucking on. People can find these tweets if they want. Maybe they saw that. I don't know. And then after that, I was like okay. I just like I'm not interested in like that type of community, that like ultra debate lord stuff. So I just don't want to have like those types of conversations. Then sometime in the future, when I was having debates with not vegans, with anti or pro-abortion people, I think it was pro-life people on TikTok. I was starting to have some debates. Avi messaged me and he was like, hey, can I like argue like the Steelman version of pro-choice or pro-life or something? And when he said that, I was like, no, I don't think so. Like, I'm not interested. I might not even respond because I didn't want to. And then he kept messaging me over. He sent me multiple emails. Then he started sending me multiple tweets. And then Isaac started sending me messages on, I think, Discord and Twitter. And they started commenting on my YouTube videos. Like, I just don't want to be a part of this stuff. And now everybody's saying that like,
you said this before any of that shit, right? You said this when like it was like right after the Jack Angstrom debate. You said that you didn't want to be part of like, you didn't want to talk to Avi about it because he was part of the Ask Yourself universe. That's when you like cut
I don't
ties.
think that's when I don't know if Avi ever wanted to talk to me about that. I think it was about the abortion stuff is when he started messaging me a lot to like talk again.
Well, you said you avoid all people who are on that whole part of the internet, like the Ask Yourself
I do. I tend to avoid
right
yes.
after the Angstrom debate,
yeah,
specifically in regards to Avi, right?
No, it wasn't specifically in regards to Avi. It was more into Isaac, and then
yes,
because
it was. It was specifically in regards to Avi.
Hold on.
Like you mentioned it by name, didn't you?
I might have mentioned being part of it, but I think the reason why I said it was because
then it was in regards to Avi,
Can
right?
I finish a sentence, bro? Or what do you want to do? Do you want to just like own me, or do you want me to explain anything that's happened? Because you don't even have the full story. I can tell, like in terms of what's happened, right?
My
understanding.
You don't even remember the full story. Like
I'm telling you right now what my recollection is. Okay, so if I'm wrong, you can go to one of them and prove me wrong. Okay, I'm friends with Avi on Discord. Like we're cool. I just don't like to debate these people, right? But the issue is that after the Jack Angstrom thing, I'm pretty sure Isaac came to me with another person that he wanted me to debate. It wasn't Avi, it was somebody different. And at that point, I was like, no, like I don't want to do any of this anymore. And then I think that's when I might have made the statements publicly. It wasn't about Avi. I think it was somebody else that Isaac was bringing for me to debate after the Angstrom
was it or was it not about Avi? You kind of flipped back and forth a couple times there.
I haven't flipped back and forth. That's when after the Angstrom thing.
You said I'm trying to dunk on you or own you or something.
Okay, chill. Yeah, you're.
I think anybody listening to this can tell I'm pretty calm right now. You seem a lot more like I don't know, like flustered than I do. You seem upset.
Well, I'm frustrated because you're acting like a retard.
That's okay. Then don't say like chill if you're frustrated.
Well, I'm trying to tell you to chill because I'm trying to finish my answer, but you're like so keen on like getting in the that you're not.
I guess you can do the tone policing thing if you want. I don't think it's really relevant here.
Well, you just said I was the one with the bad tone. So if anybody's tone policing here, it's you by saying
you just told me to chill. Yeah, I said that in response. You told me.
No, I said you sounded like a retard. I'm not policing your tone. I'm
no,
policing
you
your
told me to chill. You just told me to chill.
Yeah, but I'm not telling you to chill in your tone. I'm telling you to stop interrupting me so I can finish the story. Okay.
Okay, you did tell me to chill though.
I did indeed tell you to chill.
Okay,
your recollection is correct. Okay, so I think that when I started saying I didn't want to do the AY universe anymore was when Ask Yourself was trying to bring another debater to me after Angstrom. I don't think it was Avi. I'm almost positive. I think it was another like weird Marxist dude. And then after that whole ordeal, I started doing debates on TikTok about pro-life stuff. Then Avi messaged me, and I might have reiterated like I don't have any interest in like doing that debates with those types of people because I didn't want like the whole Isaac, that server, and all of that shit, like which I associate Avi heavily with because my understanding is he's still like actively participating in that community, and I don't want anything to do with that community.
Okay, you don't want anything to do with that community which he's associated with.
Yes.
Okay, so his associations with people are why you don't want to be associated with him.
If he was
that's guilt by association, isn't it? Can you just give me your idea of like what guilt by association is?
Guilt by association doesn't mean.
Just clarify for me.
Yeah, if he was just friends with Isaac, then that would be guilt by association. He is part of the association, though. It's not guilt by association. It's the guiltiness of his association. He is literally part of that community. If he was just friends with Ash himself, then
Hold
that
on.
would be different.
It's the guilt of his association. Did I hear that correctly, or am I going
Of
insane?
the association that he's in, yes.
It's the guilt of his associations.
It's the actual participating in that community. Yes.
I understand. So it was super. Well, I get it wrong. So instead of saying guilt by association, I should have said guilt of association. And that would have been like that would have made it not like a what lol in all caps with 4 question marks on it.
It would have been a participation in the association. Do you understand what I was saying? Hold on. Do you understand the difference between
He
being
participates with associating with certain people? That clarifies everything.
No,
That's
no.
very,
It's
very
that
different
he's-
than guilt by association.
It's that he's in the group. Do you really not understand this?
Yeah, that's an association. Are you insane?
Hold on. Like, there are people that I will talk to that are my understanding is Abby is friends with a ton of people. I'm pretty sure. Like, I think he's friends with like Rose Wrist and a lot of the small groups. I talk to all those guys. I don't like ask them by guilt. But if those guys were part of
It's like double layer guilt by association. So you only do like 1 layer deep guilt by association.
It's people that are in the group. Are you trolling me
That's
right
an
now?
association. Are you insane? Sorry.
Oh, wait, hold on, wait.
I asked you a question earlier. You didn't answer. You just dodged it entirely. What's guilt by association, dude?
Guilt by association is if I don't want to talk to somebody simply because they're friends with somebody else. Or I'm accusing them of being the same as another person just because they're friends with that person. That's guilt by association.
So, not wanting to talk to somebody because they're friends with other people. But if they
Yes.
have enough friends, then it's not guilt by association.
No, it's not about having enough friends. It's about if they're participating in the group.
So that's an association, isn't it?
No, that's an action. He is
You're
an
saying it's
active
an
member of the AY Discord. I don't want to
You're
associate
saying
with people that are in the AY Discord.
Action is associating with people. Like, this is just silly. Like, you can't possibly think that this isn't just obviously wrong, right? Like, you just, I don't know if you're just sitting there not saying anything. Okay,
No, wait,
right.
hold on, let's
Hold on, wait, let's so you go ahead.
Hold on.
Yeah, we can hold on and have some more dead air.
Wait,
while you calm down.
Let me calm down.
Let's be zen.
I can reach you, okay? I can reach you. I'm coming for your mind, okay? I'm coming into it right now, okay? I can see you closing you. Okay, let's both be present. Okay. Let's ignore everything we've talked about so far,
Alright.
Okay. Let's say somebody comes up to me and they're like, hey, Steven, what's up? And I'm like, what's up, Ron? And Ron says, hey, how's it going? Can we be friends? Or can we chill and chat with you? And I'm like, sure. And Ron's like, I'm friends with John. Is that okay? And John is an active Ku Klux Klansman. Okay. Ron is friends with John. He's an active KKK. And I say to Ron, a little weird you're friends with him, but like, yeah, that's fine. Okay. We can chat and chill. That's okay, right? Okay. Follow me so far?
I'm following along, yeah.
Okay. Now let's say Jeremy comes up, and Jeremy's like, "Oh, cool. You're friends with Ron. I'm friends with Ron and John too. Me and John are both in the Ku Klux Klan. Both of us are like active members." And now I'm looking at Jeremy, and I'm like, "I don't think I want to talk to you, Jeremy." And Jeremy's like, "Wait, what do you mean? Why not? Are you like guilt by associating me?" And I'm like, "Well, no. It's not that I'm guilt by associating. It's that you're literally in the Ku Klux Klan with John. Like Ron is just friends with John, but you're actually in the KKK. Like I don't really want to talk with people that are in the KKK. That's just my personality. I don't like talking to people in the KKK. If you were just friends with John, that'd be one thing. But Jeremy, you're actually in the Ku Klux Klan. Ron isn't. He's just friends with him, right? I'm not gonna do like the guilt by association where Ron is friends with a guy that I don't like. Therefore, I'm not gonna talk to him. But you're actually in the Ku Klux Klan. Do you understand the difference there between Jeremy and Ron?
Do you understand the difference between being in the Ku Klux Klan, where like part of that membership is based on your beliefs and your ideas, right? Like being racist, for example, and just like knowing people in the Ku Klux Klan are associated with them.
Yeah,
like,
of course. That's the difference between Ron and Jeremy. Yeah, that's the difference between the three.
The story about that fucking what's his name, the black guy or whatever, right? Who goes to the Ku Klux Klan meeting.
Daryl,
right?
whatever,
like,
yeah.
Klansman, but he goes there. He goes and associates with these people, right?
Yeah.
It would be like what you're doing is a lot less like somebody has like a formal membership in like an organization which is founded on the ideas of racism, and a lot more like saying like, okay, you're that black guy who goes to all the Ku Klux Klan meetings. I can't talk to you.
Okay, so again, I'm not accusing you of anything. I swear to God, I'm not accusing you. Okay, but I don't know if you're aware of the extent of how Abby participates in this community. And I'm gonna admit right now, maybe it's changed over the maybe it's changed over the past couple years. But when I was part of those communities, Avi and Isaac were like the two main debater members of that server. Like, people would go to those servers to have, like, philosophical debates or vegan debates with Avi or Axel. Avi wasn't just a guy that happened to be the server watching. He was like one. Now, somebody in chat can tell me if I'm wrong or if it's changed or if it's different, but in the Ask Yourself Vegan Discord server, Avi and Isaac were, like, the two huge debaters there. Like, that's what they are. Now, I'm not saying that that's even necessarily bad. I just...
problem you have with him, though, right? It's not that he's a debater. Like, you talk to plenty of debaters.
But no, I don't usually do like the ultimate like debate stuff, especially not like in like communities. Like there are certain groups of people that like big presuppositionalist communities for this. Like I usually don't like. I just won't do it, just because I don't want to. But like that's my understanding of like. Now maybe that's different. Maybe it's not there, but.
So I just don't see why this is like. So you're saying he's a big debater, and I agree, he's like a debater, right? He's like a debate guy.
No, not just a debater. He's part.
Here's a part of is what you're saying is really guilty.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like those actions. So like here's so somebody just pulled this up from that server. Apparently like even like a week ago. I'd love to see Francione versus Avi on abortion. If only he'd defend his view on antidepressants versus Avi. I just lost interest once he fled Avi and I. I think that's probably good given Avi's assessment. If you think me, Venus, Avi, Troy are all the same here, I am. But he ran away from me and Avi. When Avi and I pushed him to defend his views, he ran from voice chat. This is my understanding. He's like part of this like ultimate debate.
All
like,
of these are Ask Yourself folks, right?
Yes, and Ask Yourself is the owner of the server. It's his server. That's what I'm saying. It's not just like a. They're
Wait,
just.
So what has Avi done wrong here?
He hasn't done anything wrong. None of these guys are wrong. I just don't want to.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. So then, like saying like. I'm not going to engage with you about like you steelmanning this philosophical topic that I want to talk about on the stream, like you being able to steelman it and being able to give good arguments in favor of one side of it. Like you can't like say like here are a bunch of screenshots of Ask Yourself being weird. Like yeah, Ask Yourself's weird as fuck.
No. Here, hold on.
But Avi's a great guy. I don't see the issue with like.
I think Avi is a great guy. I'm literally friends with him on Discord.
I don't see why you don't. Like, yeah, but the issue is like if he's a great guy on Discord, but you won't bring him on stream to talk about issues, and there's a big problem with that.
I don't know. Hold on.
You're not really. Hold on. Just a second. You're not really like if you're not really able to hear out like the best possible arguments in favor of that position. You want to go ahead? That's what you should sort of need yourself. I don't know what
No, it's fine. I just don't know if
I gotta be worried about the piano, right?
No, you're good. You're totally fine. Listen, there is. Let me say this, okay? Unequivocally, there is nothing wrong with Avi. Let me say this. There's not even anything wrong with Ask Yourself, okay? I think Isaac is a smart dude, okay? There's nothing wrong with their whole server, anything they do. There's nothing wrong with all of that, okay? You do not have the right. You can't dictate that I must entertain conversation.
You don't
from
have
every.
to.
But you're telling me I do.
Oh, hold on.
My personal preference is that.
Can I clarify my position?
Okay, sure.
What I'm saying is like, so your original tweet was that I was like, you kind of like made it out like I was being crazy by saying you have this like guilt by association.
Yeah, because I don't do guilt by association. I don't want to
You're just saying it's justified, right?
I'm showing you
if
that.
If we want to talk about that, I think there are other examples where like you still guilt by association, but there it's just like, regardless of like what your personal feelings are on the matter, it's just you clearly.
I just don't want to have like. I just don't want to have like. I don't want to have these conversations like these ultimate debater communities. That's it. It's not that Avi is associated with it, it's that he's part of them. He's a really big member in one of these communities. I just don't want to have those conversations.
Is there a so it's that he's part of the community, you just said.
He's a part of the he's a lead participant. He's like one of the leaders of the community.
How do you be a part of a community other than being like associated with them?
What do you think guilt by association means?
When you say somebody's culpable by their connections to somebody else?
Correct. Avi is not culpable by his connections. He's culpable by his participation. Do you understand the difference between that?
Connection. I feel like I'm.
No. He participates. He is a leader in this community. He's a leader.
Participation is him associating with the community. This is just like you moving the words around and saying it, pretending it means something different.
I don't know. Wait. Do you think there's a difference between participating in a community and being associated with a person in the community? If you don't understand the difference, I can give you an example.
With the community.
Yes.
Associated with the community as a whole, right?
No. If you say you're associated with the community as a whole, that sounds like you're a participant.
What does it mean to participate in a community?
Okay. Participating in a community is when you are a part of the community and you actively contribute to that community. That's what participating in the community is.
Okay. Is there anything he's done in terms of his participation with that community that you think is morally wrong or an issue?
No, bro. I'm not saying
Okay, perfect. Hold on. And there's no. Yeah, hold it. Yeah, don't do the. You don't have to do like the weird high pitch thing. In the case of like what Avi's done, there's no reason why any of the things that he's done in that community. I mean, like you can't hear out his arguments. On
there is though, bro. I told you, I just don't want to associate with people. I don't want to interact with you. I don't want to interact with people that are part of like the ultimate debater squad on these discords. That's just not what I want to do. I'm not interested in it.
Okay. So if your argument is not that like he's in any way like a I guess just it seems weird to say like that it's kind of crazy to accuse you of like doing a guilt by association thing when you're like saying he's like it's not just guilt, it's more like I wouldn't want to talk to these people if they're connected to these communities. And earlier you were saying like that would qualify as guilt by association, but now it doesn't. And I just don't understand that, like it's kind of all over the place.
Do you
like,
understand the difference between driving by a corner that might sell like human trafficking victims versus buying a human trafficking victim?
My position is never. Wait, do you understand the difference between like being in a fucking Discord community and buying a human trafficking victim? This is like
Okay, that's not what I'm. Bro, I did like 75 IQ. I don't know why you keep doing this with my
You're not in a
analogies.
position to call anyone stupid so far. Like you're being a fucking idiot. Like this is you've jumped all over the place in terms of your position here. Like you just called me, you just insulted me a couple times, and like this is the best counter argument you've got here. All right, is there like I don't know we can go somewhere else with the conversation if that's just a dead end, right? Like when your Neanderthal debate is all about guilt by association, right?
I can't believe. Okay. You talk pretty quick.
Believe what?
You have a decent. Don't believe you're this stupid. So I'm trying to figure out like, what are we not connecting on? Either you're like super predisposed towards hating me, or I'm doing a really poor job.
I
of
don't
explaining
hate you.
myself.
I don't. Wait, why do you think I hate you?
Because you're fundamentally you're like you're lost at sea in this conversation, and I don't understand how you're so lost.
So why do you think so? Okay, I just don't.
Hold on.
Understand
Here's a question.
I hate this
Okay,
weird victim complex.
no,
I don't hate you at all. I feel like you seem like. Go ahead.
Okay. If I know a guy and he's friends with somebody that's in ISIS, do you think that's different than a guy that's in ISIS?
A guy who is in ISIS?
So let's say there's one guy and I'm like, I guess I can talk
I've
to you.
told you several times to understand the difference between these two things.
Okay.
Bring out a different version of the same example.
Okay.
I've already addressed it.
Okay, that's good. Hold on. So there's a difference between a guy that's in ISIS and a guy that's friends with. So is there a difference between a guy that's just in like the Ask Yourself Discord versus a guy that's like a huge participant in that server? Like, is there a difference between a guy that's like friends with somebody in the server versus a guy that's like a lead participant in that server?
I agree there's a difference between a very weak association and a very strong association, but they're both associations.
Okay, so is every
I feel like
time
you're lost in this conversation. You projected that onto me. Like this is you've asked this 8 times now. Are you gonna give me another example?
Okay,
what is
I
know the difference.
What is I'm sorry, maybe I need to find this again. What does association mean with you again?
Like connection to somebody on like a social level?
Okay, do you agree that there's a difference between an association with somebody and a participation in a community?
A difference between like an association, it depends on the community, but in some communities no, in some yes.
So,
in some communities the only way you participate is via association.
My issue is not.
You participate by like having shared ideology, right? This is the Ku Klux Klan or ISIS.
Okay, so my issue is not that Avi is just associated with the Discord. It's his participation in the Discord.
What participation in the Discord did you do that you think is like...
I've literally shown you that the lead character in this Discord references him multiple times this month.
Yeah, what's the thing he's doing in the Discord that you have an issue with?
Doing the debate lording.
What debate lording do you think he's doing that's like issues?
When they literally are like the way that these guys do debates is that like they'll get like these newbies like in the channel and they're like, okay, we're gonna do the debate now. Why do you think it's the consequential difference between animals and human life? Oh, okay, well I want you to name the trait. That's a non sequitur fallacy. Usually, like this is the type of stuff, or like the calling of the shows.
Wait, hold on. When has Avi ever done that?
That's what they used to always do. Maybe they haven't in the past year or two.
No, not even the last year or two. Like one of my first debates ever was like with Avi, and like he didn't do that to me, and I was like brand fucking new to that.
That's great if he didn't do it to you, and I'm sure there are some debates where Isaac hasn't done it either.
I've never seen him do that to anyone.
Okay,
He's like
but
always.
no offense,
Isaac,
but you didn't. It sounds like you didn't
that,
even know that
Avi
much.
Doesn't.
Okay, it sounds like you didn't even know that much about the server. So I don't know why you're in a. I was a very active member in the server for quite a while. Okay.
You were participating in that community.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Did you miss the part of the?
This is just insane.
Did you miss the part of the conversation where I said I used to be like really big into debate lording, and I gave you the story of the girl in bed with me, and I still and then I said like I don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Okay. So with Avi, what do you have like? Can you show like a video or something of him like doing something that you think was like too debate lordy, like going too far?
I don't have stuff saved of these guys. I don't know. I've got
saved. It's just like when you remember, like maybe the name of it. I'll look it up afterwards and check.
No, I wasn't on stuff on YouTube. I told you I was part of these Discord communities. Like I sat in these servers and listened.
It's on the like it's only the debates Avi's done where there's no proof of it. What about like the ones where other people record it and like put it to like do you like remember a person he debated or something that he did that to?
There's a whole channel on YouTube, but bro, I don't have this saved right
yeah,
now. No,
I know. There's the fucking AY server archives or whatever.
Wait, hold on.
I know.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Are you?
Linked it to
Wait,
me. Yeah, I'm aware of it.
Okay, wait. Are you like trying to say that like I'm not allowed to have an opinion because I don't have a specific YouTube video saved of every single person that I have an impression
of?
You
have an opinion, but just like, you don't even have like a name in mind. Like
no, I don't because I don't know the names of the dude. I was in the server like people can look. Wait, hold on. Can you guys look up logs of me in the app?
I cannot engage with this.
Can you guys look up?
There's no way to engage with you like not remembering any kind of like name or point like thing you can point out. I guess.
Hold on, sorry, I have to mute you. Okay, if anybody can look up logs of me in the Ask Yourself Discord and find out how long ago did I post there? It felt like it was like 4 or 5 years ago. Okay, sorry, what do you want?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really engage with you like saying there's some evidence out there that exists that you just can't remember, I guess. But I don't know. Do you want to like I could throw a different example at you. Maybe you have like more memory of it. Like the Xander Hall debate, right? Like it was kind of all about guild by association, I thought.
Fuck me. Wait, is this a troll?
There's no reason why you could possibly believe I'm trolling here. You can do a fake laughing thing or whatever, but like you just haven't addressed any of my points so far.
Come on.
You quote tweeted me acting like I was crazy.
I'm on drugs right now, guys. This is what happens when you do too much. I don't even know when I'm sober anymore. My mind is fucked.
You alright?
I don't think I am, dude.
Okay. Just like implying it's like insane that I'm bringing this up is not like the same as a counter argument, I guess.
It's not. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. You said that you are.
Wait, hold on. Can I just wait real quick? Hold on. If I'm telling you that I had a personal experience in the Discord server over a few years, like 4 or 5 years ago, with this server like debating each other, do you really think it's reasonable that I would remember names of people being debated?
Like, are we controlling back to the thing that you like you finally thought of a response for?
I'm not. Wait, no. It's not that I thought of a response. Is it you started pushing me? Like, do you have like a specific? I don't know. I know that. Here's another thing. Here's another thing. Hold on. Here's another thing.
I'll look it up.
Here's another thing. My own server has a lot of like debate loading that goes on there, but I couldn't tell you a single name of anybody that's debated in my Discord. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't look at the names. It's been a long time since I've like.
I just like the issue is like never anywhere on like Avi's YouTube channel can you point it out. You're saying it's only the ones that aren't uploaded.
I can't. No.
Are uploaded to the AY Discord archive, which I can search to and maybe find Avi like being bad faith in there or something, or like being like too harsh with newbies.
I need a moderator. I can't do it. Can I bring on a third party?
Who is your third party?
A guy named Pisco. He's hilarious. He's a good moderator.
I don't know. If you need like another like friend of you can.
His name's not a friend. I hate him. We disagree on terrorism and Roe v. Wade, I think. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, if all you can do is like smugly laugh every time I bring up a point, just, like,
I'm actually confused. I'm lost.
Dude, you can't say I'm not being smug in that like the most obviously smug tone I've ever heard in my life.
I'm not being smug.
I'm genuinely confused. I'm lost. Can I please just
can I give you an example and you just tell me if this sounds like guilt by association? And if I said you are who you hang around, would that be guilt by association?
I mean, it could be. It depends on like what you are who you hang around. Like, it depends what you mean by that. Like, if you tell me that you have like one friend that's a Nazi, like I don't know if I think you're a Nazi. But if you tell me all your friends are Nazis, I might think you're a Nazi. It super depends. I'm gonna need more context.
What if I'm saying like you are who you hang around in regards to like I'm saying like Lauren Southern's audience members say things that I think are bad and therefore Lauren Southern's bad. Would that be guilt by association?
It wouldn't be guilt by association, but there are legitimate criticisms you could make there. If like or a lot of members of a person's audience say certain things, then I think you should be aware of that. Yeah. Like my audience, for instance, because we've been doing so much fucking incel content, I think my audience is legitimately like took a pretty heavy insult that I have to like hard correct over the next 2 months. So like that's like
if somebody condemned you, so you were culpable because of what your audience was doing there, would you say that is like it would be at least not insane, at least not insane, to say like somebody doing that, somebody implying you're culpable for your audience's actions there?
I mean, I don't think that you're like one-to-one culpable, but I think you have some level of responsibility over your audience's behavior. But it's going to depend on what we're talking about. Like, for instance, like if I interact with somebody, or if I interact with any large content creator, like two of their like viewers send me a death threat, like this is two people. But if they're like sicking their fan base, like Kevin does, then they're like, okay, well, this shit actually doing. Like, there's going to be a difference. It depends on like the level of culpability. It's going to depend on the level of engagement and how they do the community, right?
So what if I was like, imagine that you're doing a bunch of outreach to right-wingers, right? You get a bunch of right-wingers in the community and you convince them all to like vote Democrat or something, right? And then I tell you something like, no, those people are conservatives. You can't convince them to change their minds. You need to distance yourself from them. You need to push them out of your community and not change them to voting for Democrat. Do you think this would be something that's like morally an issue? Like that I shouldn't tell you to do this?
That's like so. It depends on what you do. Like my goal is like arguing and like conversing with people and like bringing people together from different points of view. So I would want like a divergent set of views in my audience. That would be something I would go for. But if you're somebody that like, let's say that you have a channel that's like a safe space for LGBT issue discussion, you probably don't want a lot of LGBT. It's going to depend on like the goal of your channel or what kind of advocacy you do.
Okay. If your advocacy is like, if maybe like the best aspect of your advocacy, for example, right, is like you're telling a bunch of people who would have otherwise not voted for a Democrat to go vote for a Democrat. That convinces them to change their mind and maybe like vote for Biden or something, right? 2020, 2016.
Okay.
Do you think it would be like good to push these people out of your community, or should you keep them in where you can continue to change their minds, like move them over to voting for Democrats?
I mean, for my community, I think my goal would be to keep them in to change their minds. Those are the goals, right?
Yeah, for your community, and that's a pretty reasonable goal. And like even if those people were like maybe like really anti a friend of yours or something, it would be kind of silly to push them out of your community for that, right? It would be better to like have the more significant impact on politics than it would be to just push these people out entirely, right?
That's what I would say. But that's not going to be the same goal for every community. But yeah.
I agree. It's not the same for every community, but you would say it's your goal, but you wouldn't say it should be Vosh's.
I mean, Vosh marketed himself as someone similar to me, so I would imagine it would be Vosh's goal too, but maybe he has different goals.
So if it should be Vosh's, then like it's probably not a good reason to like stop associating with somebody like Vosh, or even to like tell him he shouldn't be hanging around people who don't like you personally, when he could be moving those like woke lefties over to voting for a Democrat who would have otherwise just not voted at all, right?
If somebody said that, yeah, but I don't know if Vosh is moving any of those people. But
you don't think Vosh is convincing any woke lefties to, instead of being Bernie or Buster, to vote for a Democrat, to vote for Joe Biden? You don't think he's moved any of them?
He might be a little bit, but he also like plays games where he tries to appeal to the woke squad as well. So it's hard to figure out like where his positions are on that. I think he's really inconsistent. I don't think he. I think 2 years ago I would have agreed 100%. Yeah, he does. And maybe 1 year ago, maybe. But as of recently, I think he toes a lot of the woke lines pretty hardcore, and then some of the woke lines he pushes against. But
I think it's very clear to anybody who's like, I'm not like a hardcore Vosh fan or whatever. I wouldn't even like a normal Vosh fan, right? I don't think it's unreasonable to say like Vosh is clearly pulling woke people over and then telling them to vote blue. I don't
that's
think I've
not
ever heard him say
but my issue isn't that. My issue is that he is corrupting people every step of it. He's giving people like really bad ways to analyze the world, and he's also
I would agree.
Okay, and he's also pushing like bad or fundamentally untrue ways of viewing the world, and then he's pushing misinformation. And I don't know if I can justify any like end result. Like even if he does get more people to vote blue, I don't know if that's good. Like I think that's why it's bad. It has nothing to do with like who he's pulling people.
Clearly, I think it's a lot better. So whatever impact you think he's gonna have in terms of giving people like bad ways of viewing the world, I'd agree with. Right? I don't think he's like philosophically very good. I think he's like really extremism stuff kind of dumb or whatever. But I just think like the impact he has on like actual real politics is relatively limited to how he can change people's voting patterns.
No, I disagree. I think that people like him cause people like him. People like him cause like violent riots, or people like him cause cops to get killed. I totally disagree with you there.
So I was watching earlier on your stream, like right before like popping on here. You said that like if you can say that Warren Southern caused Christchurch, you can say that people like Vosh and Hassan, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, yeah. Vosh and Hassan caused like the BLM riots, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Does the inverse also work, where if you can say Vosh and Hassan caused the BLM riots, you can say that Warren Southern caused Christchurch?
Contributed to it, for sure, yeah.
Okay, so then you just said that Vosh, I guess, caused like people like Rittenhouse, right?
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
Let me
expand.
I'm guessing you're not saying Rittenhouse has done something wrong. You're saying he's causing the BLM riots, so you can do this with Warren Southern as well, right? Can you really?
Can I expand?
Yeah, go ahead.
I know you're really desperate. Vosh.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. What you say?
Vosh on his own did not cause it. That type of ideology and thinking collectively, which Vosh pushes. That's what he's saying.
Okay, so when you phrase it initially, right, you kind of phrase it in a different way.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna ask you so hard about this. Do you think that I believe that Vosh and Hassan on their own caused all of the BLM riots?
No, and do you think the people who are saying that Lauren Southern contributed to the Christchurch shooting are saying that she did all of it? Like it's all just her? There was nothing else that happened there?
That she was the most influential player, yes.
You think they genuinely think she's like the #1 influential player in the Christchurch shooting?
Yes. In my community, yes, I think so. Or on my subreddit, yes.
Okay, well, I'm not on your subreddit, but I can tell you, like, I think she was like part of the. She was a contributing factor in the same way Vosh is a contributing factor to the BLM riots. I don't think that that's like I don't think that's anywhere close to true, right? So I don't think that's my position at all.
Okay, I don't know what your position is. Why do we what?
Yeah, I think that if you can say something like Vosh and Hassan caused the BLM riots, then you can say something like Lauren Southern caused Christchurch. If you can say one, you can say the other. So I think that like.
Wait, hold on, wait. Do you think I would disagree with that?
Of course not. Like that's the whole point. I'm
Wait, what is the point?
dragging you along to
You're
this
not
point.
dragging me along to any of that. You're
Right,
restating like
I'm trying to
like
get you.
this.
I'm trying to get you to understand, right? If you're saying that people in your community, right, are saying like this, what like people in your subreddit or whatever, are like lashing out at Lauren Southern because of the fact that she I don't know, saying that she's like partly responsible for Christchurch or partly responsible for like the
Wait, no, it's not about Christchurch. It's about.
I don't think they.
It's about like the shooting now in Buffalo. I thought that
That
was
would,
weird.
that's what I just said. The shooting in Christchurch or the shooting in Buffalo, New York.
Well, but those are different things, right?
You're right. I had no. Wait, I need you to be honest with me. Do you actually think my position is the Buffalo, New York shooting and the Christchurch shootings were the same thing?
Well, there's a huge like temporal
Can you answer that
difference here. I think that they're different, but like she can have a greater influence over one and a far lesser influence over the other. That's my point.
Sure, and she probably had like some degree of influence over either of them, right?
I think that it's almost certainly had a decent amount of influence on the Christchurch one over the Buffalo one. It's possible that that shooter had never even heard of Lauren Southern in a positive light. That's possible. I think for the Christchurch guy, he probably almost high likelihood he knows Lauren.
So even if it's the case that he had never heard of Lauren Southern before, ever in a positive light, she could still be partly a contributing factor because of the kind of culture that she created beforehand, right? If you create like
I mean, like partially. I mean, I could be contributing to that. Maybe. But yeah.
If she was in a massive way, like as you're saying here, like part of the contributing factor of the Christchurch shooting, even if it's not a majority of it, right? Just a large scale portion of that. That Christchurch shooter inspired this one, right? He like wrote the same kind of scribbles on his guns in the white paint. He like drew the same symbols on there.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so it probably just is the case. Right? Lauren is at least to some degree responsible.
Yeah, sure. Every single player is along the way that's ever had a YouTube video or ever done anything related is probably to some extent responsible. In terms of like the immigration, great replacement stuff.
Okay. Every person who's ever had a YouTube, you mean like just contributed to the existence of YouTube as a platform?
No. Every person that's made YouTube videos or done discussions, like Stefan Molyneux, JF Derrieppe, all these other guys that have talked about like great replacement type stuff or whatever, are probably like contributed to responsibility. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. So I just don't see why it's that crazy to say you do guilt by association thing. You clearly do sometimes.
Wait. No, hold on, wait. I'm not guilt by associating anybody here. I'm looking at their actions. An action is not an association.
Sorry, so the act of associating would be, right? So if that's the action you're talking about.
When you talk about the act of associating, you're not talking about associating, you're talking about the act of participating.
So the act of participating via association. Okay, that's the participation you're talking about.
No, hold on. Lauren Southern's problem was not that she participated in a community. So she made a fucking video called The Great Replacement while showing videos of immigrants riding in the background who were all black and brown. It wasn't her association. It was the fucking video. Like, it was the actual participation.
Relax. Chill out.
I'm super relaxed, but I'm just saying it's not like the... It's not
relaxed right now, yeah.
Okay. All right, hold on. I'm sorry. I have to do the... You're actually... I give you props. You must be part of the AY Discord. The strategy is that, like, as long as you can have this type of payments the entire time, and you're never mad, you have
you're right.
Victory over the opponent.
You're right. You're right.
Please, go ahead and continue.
You caught me on part of the AY Discord.
It's all good. Okay, give me the next slide of the presentation. Go ahead.
I'm gonna cite prop logic as you.
It's okay.
Formalize my argument. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to AY.
I see that you're acting a bit ironic now because you seem to be a bit flustered. That's why you're taking yourself.
I'm super flustered. I'm actually super not calm right now. I'm super mad.
I like
you got it.
I like the growling voice of you to show how not mad you are. But continue with your argument.
Just to be super fair, the growl in my voice is cool.
It's all good. Don't worry. Continue.
All right. So if we say there's like a guilt by association thing going on, I don't think it's like super crazy to say something like that. It's not like an all caps what lol with a question mark kind of moment, right? I think if you're saying things like, I'm not going to talk to Avi because of his association with Ask Yourself's community, right? That's an association still. The Ask Yourself universe, that's the best community or whatever. If you can't point to anything that really like Avi's doing wrong, it's just like the only way he's guilty is because of his association with this community. I think if you think of like the ISIS member example, or like the Blue Klux Klan or whatever, right? All of these people are going to be people who are like, you can point to things other than just their association in a community that's wrong about them, like for example, like an ISIS member or like a racist ideology, right? Like I think these are both.
Well, you see the problem, sir, is you fundamentally misunderstood the difference between associating with the community and participating. Oh, please stop cutting me off. I can tell it when you do that. You're increasingly upset. I allowed you to speak. You cut me off twice now, even more upset. So anyway, as I continue my statement, a third time I see. So also, I don't need your fake condescending laughs to hide your anger. So the problem, a fifth cut me off. Nice. Are you going to continue to do it, or are you going to let me finish my point?
That's so true.
Another fake laugh. He continues to laugh. He gets more and more awkward.
am getting
that my
super
rebuttal here is
I'm
crush
super
everything.
I have lost this debate. I can see.
Absolutely. Am I going to be able to finish my sentence, sir? Or are you going to continue to cut me off
No,
with your
it's-
snarky remarks?
I'm sorry. It's kind of funny.
Oh, and now the fake laugh.
Come on,
comes
it's
out.
not my fault.
Listen to the anger rising in his voice as he
That's
sees
so true.
earlier saying he
I'm
had
so
to growl in
mad.
his
I'm
voice.
pounding my table.
Oh, and now you think the fake anger is going to mask your real anger, sir?
You're right. You've uncovered me.
I have. So the
Alas,
problem is you.
I am defeated in
And he
this
cuts me
debate.
off once more. He's scared to let me finish his sentence.
Sorry, go ahead.
More fake laughter. So, as I was saying, the problem with Avi is not his association with people in these servers, it's his participation in these servers. The reason why I responded to your tweet, a quote video with 4 or 8 exclamation marks, is because I don't do guilt by association. If somebody was friends with Isaac, that would not be a sufficient reason for me to never debate that person. But if they participated in the Ask Yourself Discord server, that probably would be sufficient for me to not debate that person. This is why I laughed at you, rightfully so, and I believe I have proven my case, that I do not ban people from conversations with me just because of their associations with other people, but rather their participation in certain communities will make it necessary for me to not associate with those people or talk to those people. That's the issue.
Okay, so the issue I guess you're pointing out, right, with with Avi, right, is not the fact that he's like associated just with a friend, but that he's associated with a community.
It's not the association with the community, good sir. You seem to be misunderstanding the difference. And he cuts me off again with another face.
So true.
Typical debate bro behavior, but that's okay. I'm on
Gross, bro.
And he rises. Nice. Rise to the occasion. Raise your voice. Good job. So, as I was saying, the problem was not the association with the community. It was the participation in the community. Do you understand?
Okay, by participation, I'm gonna ask you again, because I didn't really feel like I ever got clarity on this. What is the participation he's doing other than association? What is the participation he's doing wrong?
Participating, being one of the lead debaters in the server, participating in debate row debates in the server. That's the issue.
All right, participating in debate row debates, right? Like the other one is just kind of a different type of associating, right? But the participating in debate row debates, I understand this is like a real thing. I can actually point to and saying, this is the thing Avi's done wrong, right? I can understand that, right? I just want to know what kind of things is he doing in these debate row debates that you take issue with.
So the issue that I have is when people wheel out a whole bunch of philosophy bro language, start breaking out all the prop logic and all the dictionaries and all the insane hypotheticals in order to prove to the other opponent that they've been destroyed intellectually, and to do it in the most haughty, smug fashion imaginable, while uploading every single debate to YouTube servers or circle jerking with all of their friends on the server about how much they intellectually sparred with and crushed opponents that wandered into their corner of the debatosphere.
Okay. What kind of philosophy language do you think that people in that sphere, and I guess Avi in particular, do you think they should be changing their rhetoric around? Like what kind of
I don't think they should change their rhetoric at all. I
think
think that if they want to do debatosphere stuff, it's totally fine. I think that's okay. He says okay to dismiss me sarcastically because he's unable to intellectually grapple with the point that I'm bringing up, as he cuts me off again with more monosyllabic words, showing that his head is empty right now, lacking retort to anything I'm saying intellectually.
So true.
How many more times are you going to sarcastically respond to my intellectual arguments without any
I don't know.
content?
I don't know. I got nothing. I don't know. I think the weird performative thing you're doing now is kind of cringe. I guess the.
Oh, do you think that your performativity
I have been cut off. It clearly is a sign that I've outpaced him intellectually.
Sir, your voice is raising. More decibels are coming
True.
through your Discord.
True.
Are you getting
More
upset?
decibels. I've moved my voice from over here to right here, and it's just too loud. I'm giving the DGG or sensory overload. It's my debate tactic, okay? Alright,
You sound quite angry. Are you okay?
So true. I'm seething. I'm so mad.
Do you think that
Freaking out.
sarcastically saying it makes it less true?
You're right.
I know.
Super
I am.
mad.
It's okay.
Another debate won for Destiny. Another debate, another dub on the board. Talk that one. Really though, in the case of this not being guilt by association, I think it kind of obviously is. The thing I was bringing up earlier was you are who you hang around or whatever was the quote, I think. You were saying you believe this 100%. Can you tell me what does it mean to hang around somebody? Do you feel it's similar to association?
Okay, hold on. I have to. I get in big trouble when on the internet too late. I have to have somebody moderating my behavior. Okay, can I bring in my guy, please?
You can bring in Peace Cow.
Okay. Well, have you ever talked to him before? Is this gonna be bad or?
I've never talked to him.
Okay, that's good. He's a really cool guy, and he hates 90% of the
Saying earlier you loved him. He's your best friend. Peace Cow, Destiny's best friend.
How you doing? How's everyone doing? I'm doing okay. I just wanted to, I've been hearing this conversation for a little bit, and I wanted to intercede if that's all right.
Okay. you can become the third interlocutor in this heated debate.
I give you permission. Go ahead.
Can you guys not do that?
We don't need the performative blast here. We're all men.
Yeah.
Intellectual.
Well, Destiny made an argument about why he felt this person, I don't know who this person is a principal as opposed to merely associating with people who do activity. And I didn't really hear a response to that point. Are you denying? So Destiny said that this person is a participant, that he's very active on the server and thereby is not merely associated with the server, but is taking a critical role in the server. And I didn't really hear a response to that.
Yeah, the response was, what do you mean by participating? And the response...
He told you, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. So there was a response there. You heard the response. The response
But
was,
what's your response to
like,
that?
he says he's... Yeah, I just gave it. He said that you're an active... He said Avi was an active participant in the server. He's one of the lead people who's doing the debate bro thing in the server, right? The example he gave was like, he's like doing too much philosophy language or whatever, right? And then I gave the response after that of like, okay, what kind of like... What's the too much like philosophy language he's doing? What's an example you can point to there being an issue here, right? Where can you like point out something that Avi's done that's too philosophy broy, right? I don't see what Avi's done wrong.
Do you take issue with the general statement that Destiny made, disparaging or not liking the community for the way it interacts with people?
I don't like the community.
Why isn't it?
I just don't think Avi's done anything wrong. Right?
If you don't have a problem with him criticizing the server generally, why is it not sufficient for him to just say that he is an active member and player in how that community operates? If you're not going to take issue with him, you know, having a problem with the server as a whole, why would you want anything more specific with respect to one of the main principles?
Sure. So if you're saying you don't do guilt by association, and you're also saying his association is what he's guilty for, that would just be like those two statements just can't exist in tandem, right?
I feel like we're repeating ourselves now. He's not taking the position that it's guilt by association, but by his principal acts, his participation in the debates and his leading of the debates.
Yeah, but you just
and
said
his
that,
leading of the tone in that debate.
Right,
it would be like,
can I clarify for a second?
Yeah.
What you just said is that the way in which, like, you said it should be sufficient that he's just part of that community, right? And the issue is when you...
No, I didn't say that.
Didn't you just say that?
No, I said if you don't have a problem, if you're not asking for any more specific or particulars with respect to his problems with the server as a whole, why would you take issue with his critique of someone who leads and sets the tone for the server?
I don't think that Avi is the person setting the tone that you're complaining about here. I think the tone is mostly set by AY because it's kind of AY server, right?
So that's just a disagreement on the fact.
Anything, just a second. If anything, Avi's tone is far better than the average in that server, and if he's doing anything, he's pulling it towards a better norm. I don't think that Avi's doing something wrong.
That's a disagreement on the facts, and you guys can disagree on the facts, and I'm sure Destiny has had different interactions with this person than you've had. It seems like it was more in the past than you've had more recent interactions, but
no, mine was about 2 years ago.
If you guys just have a disagreement on like what his role is in the server and how he's been acting in the server, you can't say that Destiny is doing guilt by association. You guys disagree on what his role is. You guys disagree on his principal act. But he's not making a guilt by association argument.
Yeah, Pisco, I didn't say that I've had some recent interactions with Avi. Like my first interaction with Avi that I pointed out was like 2 years ago or something. I think it was more longer than 2 years ago. I think it was almost 3 years ago.
Let me repeat the argument. So if you guys disagree on who's setting the tone, on who's a main debater, on who's a principal in the server, you guys can disagree on the facts, but you cannot just accuse Destiny of taking a guilt by association argument. If he can be wrong on his argument about whether he's an active participant or whether he's setting the tone, he can be wrong about that, but that is not equivalent to a guilt by association argument, is it?
The argument that he's giving when pressed, like, it's kind of the same thing you did earlier, where like you're pressed on like, okay, he's doing something wrong in terms of the actual actions he's taking in the server, and then when pressed on it, what you go up to is like, he's the only thing that's like needs to be or the only like sufficient condition there is just like the fact that there's a general badness to the server, a general badness in the kind of way, and Avi's part of that server.
Let's ground this out again. So
you asked me earlier, is that alone sufficient, right? Just the fact that there's a general bad trend in the server and Avi's part of it, right? And
he's leading it.
No,
why do you keep ignoring that? He's leading it.
Are they making any progress at all, or what's going on?
Pusher. He's one of the main.
He's an active member. He's just not the person causing the server to be that way. I don't think Destiny, you can unmute right now. I like to clarify. Do you think that Avi is the reason the server is that way? Like if Avi was,
I think he's a pretty decent contributing factor. Yeah, like I said, he's like they have debate tiers in the server, and he's literally like the master debate tier. Like he's in the highest debate tier.
Do you think if Avi was not in that server, you think the server would get better?
I
What
don't
does
know.
that
It's
matter?
hard to say.
What-
Like, yeah,
what-
they,
what
like,
does that matter?
yeah, it might be
He's-
Isaac and him would like agree on everything, but without him, maybe Isaac would still do the same thing.
He's a substantial
Like,
cause.
like it might have,
since-
like,
this
like
is
it might have been that without like Goebbels, like Hitler would still be just as bad, but it doesn't make like Goebbels any better. Like,
Okay, I don't quite think that's an apt comparison. In the case,
hold on, wait. Why do you get so
Yeah,
mad
why
when I
not?
make comparisons? You try to. I'm
not
calling them Nazis.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Okay, I'm not mad at you. In the case of like Avi, in the case of like the Avi in particular,
Is it Goebbels?
I
Is it
don't see a
Gerbil?
reason why it's the case.
Goebel?
Like, he
I don't
would
know,
be, if
but
he's
I
not
remember the guy's
contributing
name.
factor making the
I'm gonna lose
the
my
server
Nazi
worse
card.
anyway, and in fact he's making it better, which is what I'd say here. If he's making the server a better place on average, I don't see
Why
any
do you
reason
think that's the premise? Destiny just told you the opposite. Why are you?
No,
why
he
are you
didn't just tell me the
that
opposite. He didn't just.
premise? He just told you that he's a significant contributor
He
to.
just. Pisco, are you not? Okay, so I'm glad.
Destiny, did you not just say?
Hold on, can I just ask you a clarifying question, Pisco? It's okay. Do you think that in the case of what Destiny just said, and Destiny can clarify and just jump in, do you think it's the case that like Avi is making the server worse? I asked Destiny that question, and he said he doesn't know if that's the case or not.
He says that it's impossible for him to disentangle. Like at this point, I assume that the server is like a bunch of different people, and it already has a culture that's established. And so you asking him, well, take out this person Avi, does the server change? How can he answer that with pure knowledge? He's just being honest with you that he doesn't actually know if you take him out, like what the effect will be. But he seems to be thinking that this person was an active contributor to the tone, an active member in the debates, and that his participation, not his association, his participation in those debates has, it gives him some propensity to be a certain way. And that's him acting as a principal. That's him as participant, not as him as guilt by association. When someone says guilt by association, what it feels like you're saying is he's
Can I
only
address like
guilty by association.
one of the like first 3 points you listed? Because you didn't answer my question at all.
Okay.
Okay. Destiny, you can clarify here. Do you think it's the case that Avi has made the community worse? If Avi was not there, would it be a better community?
I can't know the answer to that. It might be that somebody else would make it way better. It might be that somebody else would make it way worse. I have no idea.
Okay. So if not somebody else, but just Avi not being there, right? Avi's gone from the community, dips off Discord. It's not. You don't know if it would be the case that it improves.
I don't know. I have no idea. It might be that Avi is actually a moderating force on Isaac, and Avi like makes the server better. That could be the case.
I agree. I absolutely think that's the
It
case.
might also be the case that there might be a member of a KKK organization that instead of lynching black people, they just throw eggs at their house. So he'd be a better. But
That's how absurd the question kind of seems.
I think it's kind of different to say like one of these people is like on top of the lynchings is also throwing eggs, and if they weren't there wouldn't be any eggs for the house, right? And saying something like that, and like there's a bad culture in this server, and somebody's moderating a force. I think that's a good thing to do. I think what Avi's doing there is good. I think that Pisco, but now we have that clarity. You understand Destiny's position is not that Avi being there makes the server worse, right? You understand that?
But that was never what I was saying. No one here is saying that.
That's what I was Destiny's position.
No. What Destiny's position is that Avi, this person Avi, is a significant contributor to this server. That he's a leader in the space. He's ranked among the top people in the space. That he's emblematic of the culture of the space. Is that not Destiny's argument?
Is that emblematic? He's emblematic of the culture in the space. Like I agree that he's in there and he's one of the top like debaters or whatever. I don't think that in the case of Avi.
Sorry, are we talking about your views or Destiny's views right now?
Sorry, I didn't. You just asked me. I thought you were asking me.
You can, at a later point, you can discuss your views. No. I'm asking what you think about what Destiny's thoughts are.
I disagree with them.
Okay, I understand you disagree with Destiny, but we're trying to encapsulate what Destiny's views are. And Destiny seems that you can disagree with this. You can say he's going against the trend of the server, that he's beneficial to the server. But Destiny's stated position was he views him as emblematic of the server, that he's a leader of the server, that he's, in that essence, his debate style is everything that Destiny wants to move against, that he's, doesn't agree with. Now you can disagree with that perspective, but what you can't say is that is a perspective of guilt by association. Correct?
Sorry, can I get you to clarify, what do you think guilt by association is?
When someone says guilt by association, what they're saying is that you are castigating the person whose only bad acts are mere associations with a principal. That's kind of what it's getting at. That there's a principal who does bad things, and that you are castigating that person, not for what that person is substantively doing, but merely for associated in some unrelated way.
How are they doing, guys? Are we getting any farther?
That's what's implied. Not
Printing the
that
content right
you're-
now, boys.
That's why the KKK example.
He can't not understand this,
the
right? There's no
Nazi
way,
example
right?
Are perfect. Not because we think that this server is a place where KKK people go or a place where Nazi people go, but it's to show you how we would treat a principal differently than a mere associate.
Sorry, is principal like a legal term or something? I don't really know what you mean there.
It's someone who acts as the initial, like the person who's doing the stuff, right? The person, whatever the stuff is, they're involved with.
Okay, the person doing the stuff, right? So, if the thing he's doing, if the stuff being done is just association, we both agree that would be guilt by association, right?
If all he was doing, if the only thing that you could blame him for was being friends with, as Destiny said, or the people on the server, or acting in some very.
I just want to answer my question.
What's that? I thought I was answering your question.
No, it seems like you were going off on like you're gonna do like whatever. The question I'm asking is like a really simple question. But yes or no, I just want to clarify after that. I just want to like get this one. If somebody is like, if the only thing they were doing is like associating with the group, that would be guilt by association, right?
If someone was castigating or blaming someone or in any other way disparaging someone merely for their associations or primarily for their associations, let's interpret this reasonably. Let's not be like, shit. I'm answering it right now.
It's a simple question.
I'm answering it. If someone is being blamed primarily and substantially for their association as opposed to their principal acts, I would say that that would be a guilt by association.
If the action they were doing was associating with a group, we agree that would be guilt by association.
If the action they're doing is associating, I would say is the same thing as associating. It's just the same thing. You're repeating yourself with more words. Yeah.
Okay. I'm making sure that we agree on this. So if somebody brings up something like, wait, this guy's like a big name in this community, right? There's not necessarily the case that he's specifically doing something like that I can point to that he's doing wrong. He's like a big name in the community. He's doing a lot of.
Why do you keep saying that? I mean, how many times do you have to get it explained to you?
Hold on, somebody like you says, isn't it sufficient?
Don't I have to stop you?
Hold on, I'd let you talk for so long.
Answering your question. But I want to stop you.
Stop just a second. Just a second. Stop. If we say like, there's a general trend in this community of a certain behavior, and isn't it sufficient to just say like, he's part of that community? That would be guilt by association, wouldn't it? Can you answer that question?
No, it wouldn't be guilt by association. So if the only thing if the only thing he's doing is associating, in a sense that you're not participating in the community in any significant way, you're not making posts, you're not really debating, you're friends with people on the server, you're not engaging in the substance of the server, I would say that that's guilt by association. But alternatively, if you're doing the stuff that is engaging in debates in the style that Destiny says that he disdains, you are leading the tone as Destiny says that he is in terms of where the server's going, and being a leader of the server, a server that Destiny says he doesn't like, those are not associative acts. That's not merely being friends with somebody. Those are substantive acts. Those are, the things that Destiny dislikes about the server are things that he's accusing this person of having.
Okay, so if I say something like, there is a general trend in this server of a certain kind of behavior, and you're in there and you're in that server, this is the evidence I give you for why that's wrong, right? If I say like, you're in there, you're in that server, shouldn't that be sufficient? Do you think that this example I just gave you would be guilt by association?
If all you are in the server.
How's he doing, guys?
You just answered no to that earlier.
If all you're doing is you're in the server and you're not participating, then I would say, most people would say that's guilt by association just by being in the server. And I don't think Destiny would accuse anyone who's just in the server.
When you answered no to that question the first time, it sent me to Demon Mama.
Maybe I misheard it, maybe misunderstood.
Yeah, that's all right. It's not a big deal. If we're saying like, this is the claim, right? That Avi hasn't done something wrong by virtue of like being in the server, even like being a major member of the community.
No, stop.
No, I think you were going off on like that you're gonna do like another like. Wait, what? No, it seems like you were going off on like that you're gonna do.
Somebody.
Not
that must have been somebody else's
wrong
background. I don't know who that is.
That I just see this as guilt by association.
You're just disagreeing with Destiny on the fact. Destiny is telling you from his perspective, he is doing things that he disagrees with. He's participating
was it me laughing?
in the server.
Maybe it was me laughing.
And I asked for an example, and then you didn't really give me one.
What do you mean? You don't get to dispute him on those facts, right? I'm sorry. You can dispute him on. You can dispute him on those facts. You can dispute him on those facts, but.
So I do get to dispute him on the facts.
You can dispute him on the facts, but
I do
that
get
gets. You do get to dispute him on the facts, but that doesn't get to the part of your disagreement, which is you're characterizing his criticism as one of guilt by association. Now, he can be wrong about the things, in fact, that this person has done. That can be true, but then he's just wrong on the merits. But he's not making he's not making a guilt by association argument. He's making a failed guilt argument. See the difference there? One is
he's moved the position back and forth a few times. And Destiny, you can hop in here really quick. Do you think that the position is
I've tried to answer your questions. I've endeavored to answer your questions.
Oh yeah, sorry. Do you have a question for me?
Yeah. Don't you agree that making a failed guilt argument is different than making a guilt by association argument?
I think that making a failed guilt argument, if it's a post hoc thing that you're doing after you try to weasel out of it being a guilt by association thing, is kind of not that different. I think we can kind of all see that somebody's just
So your way of getting out of the question is by.
I thought I answered the question directly there. I thought I answered the question.
They're different, right? They're different. Would you characterize Destiny's
the answer is
criticism?
yes.
Would you characterize Destiny's criticism as a failed guilt argument or a guilt by association argument?
Both.
How can it be both?
It was initially a guilt by association argument, then he moved to a failed guilt argument.
So Destiny has been lying this whole time. Isn't the more plausible reading?
Not lying. I don't think he's trying to trick me, right? I just think he's moving back and forth with that.
Isn't the more plausible reading of what's going on here is that Destiny hates this server. He associates this person with everything that's wrong with the server by virtue of the fact that this person acts in that server in a major way and substantially contributes to the server. Isn't that enough?
When you say contribute to the server, can you clarify what you mean by that?
Ask Destiny. He debates a lot. He's
the issue
the master debater.
So saying they contribute to the server could be either an association alone, right? They contribute to the server by being in there, right? Or they contribute to the server by they contribute to the culture of the server, right? So I need clarity here, otherwise I don't know if it's an association. You say he associates this person with everything wrong with the server.
Is debating participating or is debating associated?
I think that debating is. I couldn't imagine that he's debating here.
Well, no, the kind of debating that they're engaged in. You would, if anything,
I just don't think there's any evidence he's doing a bad kind of debating.
Okay, that's a fact disagreement. What we're asking is, I'm labeling it's a category. Is the kind of that's a fact disagreement with respect. With respect, that's a fact disagreement.
If it's a fact disagreement, right? And you're saying the fact is, if it's a fact that you just kind of made up on the spot or whatever, then I think it's worth pointing out that it's a fact disagreement you moved away from the original position on.
I'm asking about the categories. The category is.
I'm aware.
So if someone is debating in the style of this server, whatever it is, you wouldn't call that an associative act. That would be sort of a substantive act, correct?
It wouldn't be so I agree that if what was actually happening...
Can I get an answer?
Yeah.
I'm not asking...
Hold on. If all he was doing, if all Destiny was criticizing him for was being I don't know, the bad kind of debater or something, then I would agree. But Destiny kind of initially in the argument said that he didn't have any moral...
Can you answer my question?
I just did answer your question.
So would that be a substantive act or would that be an associative act?
I just told you.
Can you just tell me in one word, substantive or associative?
Okay, one word, and then I'm going to finish my answer.
Play Among Us.
Yeah, it would be substantive, right?
That would, if that was your original position, would be substantive, but the issue is initially it was a move from the original position. Hold on. It was a move. Hold on. Stop. Pisco, stop. It was a move from the original position, right? That original position was that Destiny said he didn't even think Avi was doing anything wrong. He didn't even think Avi was doing anything wrong.
When he's saying that, don't you think that the better thing is he's not doing something evil? What he's doing is Destiny doesn't like it because he doesn't like he's not going to accuse them of being Lawrence Southern, pre-2016 Lawrence Southern. He's not going to accuse them of being KKK members. But what he's saying is it's not wrong in that sense, but it's distasteful to him. That's not precluding.
That's okay. So if somebody says do you have an issue with this person's behavior? And no, I don't have any issue with what they're doing. Then saying it's distasteful is kind of very different, right? Pisco.
I think that what he was referencing, Destiny can chime in, but I think what he was saying is that he's not gonna call this person a bad person for engaging in that style of debate. But that was not an admission that debate is not a principle or substantive act for purposes of this kind of meta discussion.
Were you watching from the start?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me if I'm just tripping